get her blessing in having a meeting.
Oh yeah, because they're on their way, and we fast traveled there.
Yep, basically. So you need to convince her to meet with Igor Flintstride. I mean, does anyone have a synopsis for our lovely fallen comrade who was not here for last session?
I mean, realistically, I shouldn't know anything anyway.
I'll just say that
We rely on him for notes.
Barley was really sad and was sad. I held up being sad through the whole session, and will continue to be sad for this session.
Did he scatter Pretos's ashes across the Leonin Desert as was his final wish?
No, we dumped some of it into a sacrificial well in the
Oh, I forgot about the sacrificial well.
Yeah,
Do you remember that well in the dungeon that said, like, the more you give, the more you get? We figured that out. If you dump some pretty powerful magic items down there, they kind of either had some temporary or permanent effects on the party.
And how did it affect the ashes? They're just ashes at the bottom of the well now?
And we also got a point of exhaustion.
I think we got a point of exhaustion for putting the ashes in, actually.
Yep. Sure did.
They were hoping it was going to resurrect you, and I was like, no, that's...
The spell very specifically says there are only 2 means of doing it, so...
Well, we also asked Josh if a scroll of wish was a possible roll. He said yes. So
no,
then it just came
down.
down.
Of true resurrection was a possible.
Oh, sorry, a true resurrection was possible. Whatever. So there was a means in place to get Pretos back, and we just had to figure it out by trial and error.
Listen, I can tell you how to get it, but that'll mean that it's no longer an option if you were to ever go back.
No.
All right, well then, good luck when you guys go back.
Does anyone care about a scroll of true resurrection? Really?
Yes.
Why? You know we're not going to.
In case somebody else dies.
In case someone else dies. In case someone who's actually more attached to their character dies. Personally, I love the risk of just total disintegration of your character, so there's no way to bring them back. because 5e offers too many ways to not die.
Yeah, I mean, we already know that Barley is constantly looking for ways to die, so we know it's not him.
To be fair, Barley would be dead had Pretos not done his job. Pretos is the only reason Barley is alive.
So thanks, Chris. God.
Well,
why won't you let me die?
I could be rolling up Carly right now.
All right. So, yeah, with that, I mean, we can start the session. The party is currently entering Wanderer's Rest. Who was it? Do you remember who it was that went with you guys? I know it was one of the wizards.
Oh, the name? God, hell no.
Whatever. So one of the wizards went with you basically to clear the wind, but otherwise, you guys are currently entering, and if you want, you can try to. I assume you're going to immediately try to find Galena.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Let me do 1 of 2 things.
But we're gonna stay in gaseous form while we do.
Josh, you figure out if we leveled or not?
You did not.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Well, then why'd you tell me no? You didn't know.
I wasn't 100% sure.
Is
You
that
asked,
why-
like,
is that why I got a text?
I knew it.
I was
thinking
like, I'm pretty sure the answer is no, but I didn't want to tell Chris the wrong thing when he was finishing his character.
Yeah. Your ass is like,
It wasn't for those.
It's cool. It's cool if I'm like a higher level than everyone, right?
Yeah, good with it. If it wasn't for those pesky meddling kids, I would have leveled.
All right, so you guys enter and you begin the trek towards Galena. You guys do enter from this area, and if you remember, her quarters are there. You guys do have to pass through some shops, and just one moment.
There's an explosion.
Boom.
Oh, how many? I've got to ask. How many days have we been traveling
1 million.
How many days from what starting point?
since we left? Since we left the cavern with since Pretos died.
About 4.
Okay. All right. So then, during one of the times, I cast into my ring of spell storing a level 3 Wither and Bloom. I'm sorry, a level 2 Wither and Bloom, another level 2 Wither and Bloom, and then 1 Silvery Barbs.
Okay.
I don't, just in case that ever comes up. Yeah, my
Oh.
lightning staff. My lightning wand is fully charged again.
For shits and giggles, we'll say I talked to my potatoes the day of, just to see what happens. Wow. Got that yay magic.
You talk too much.
So, is there a shop at all
Also-
that sells potions and things?
Yeah, did you roll?
There
by
are
the way?
shops.
I rolled.
Because it's 1d6 minus 1. Did you actually roll
What?
Or what?
No.
for Ring of Spell Storing?
Oh
No.
no, that's 1d6. That was at the initial procreation, the initial creation of that.
Oh, so
the
you,
item
you
into the
rolled
world.
initially to get 5 levels.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was just
Well-
that was just to load the ring initially with whatever spells were in there.
Yeah, that's correct.
One-
It always has the same amount that it can store, but the roll is for what is initially stored within the ring.
No, I'm just saying he rolled initially. That's my
Yep,
question.
and he got 4 spells of Goodberry. Or was it 3? Something like that.
It was 4.
So not 5,
I-
which is currently loading.
No, it always has 5 levels of slots.
It does not. It has 1d6 minus 1 levels of stored spells.
Hold on.
I'm just keeping us honest. It's fine.
All right.
No,
so
this
you're
ring
looking...
can store up to 5 levels worth of spells at a time.
When found, it contains 1d6 minus 1 levels of spells stored, chosen by the DM.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he already used those spells.
No, that's literally when it's found. The DM generates a set of spells listed in there with a total accrued level of 5 of 1d6 minus 1. No,
Okay. I mean, it's fine. I don't agree with that ruling, but it's fine. I would say that the max capacity of the ring is based on that initial ruling, but it's fine. It does say when found, but I think it also is dictating the max level of the ring, but because that's how every other spell like that works, right? You dictate the max capacity of it.
I thought generally for the others, it's the amount of charges that are on it. So if you feel like a magical staff, it can
that's the
have
same.
like up
That's
to
the same. But that's the
when
same thing.
found, it
Like,
contains 1d6 minus 1 levels
No,
of stored
I,
spells chosen.
I agree. Rules as written agrees with EA. I'm just saying, like, I feel like the fact that it comes
Honestly-
with charges. I'm sorry, you do your thing.
well,
Josh.
I guess in my thought too is I would be more apt to agree with the way that you are the way you interpret it if you guys were not level 13.
Okay, that's fine. It's.
I'm like
it's
that
bullshit
one
spells.
extra level isn't gonna
No,
change.
I'm
much.
sorry. Yeah, it's bullshit stuff.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. All right.
Okay,
So,
anyway.
but there are magic shops and as well as potion shops actually near where Galena is. So if you guys are gonna head directly that way, you can while you guys are walking through, right? I mean, there are different other
Because
merchants and people walking.
I got some
and-
giant spider venom sacks that I'd like to trade for something useful.
I forgot about the fucking venom sacks. All right. Well.
Yeah, I didn't.
All right. So I'm going to imagine that. Are you gonna go with them to Galena, or are you gonna split off and go to the shop so they go to her?
I just tell the guys like just this will take but a moment and to get us some more coin for the journey.
All right. So then we'll start with you going to one of the shops, and it's one of the ones that you had visited before you had left previously. Not the same one that sent you guys on the journey north, which I don't know if any of you guys want to stop by and let them know of what happened. But
You know what? I'll go ahead. I will go ahead and do that while he plays with his sax.
All right. Anyone going with Ye, or is Ye going, or with Dorian, or is Dorian going alone?
I'll go with him.
Dorian's never alone. He's got Pixel.
No, I'll go with him.
I'm in someone that has stats.
I mean, Pixel does have stats, but
with
I don't
Dorian?
like how you phrase that.
I'm standing. I will go with him, but I'm standing like 12 feet behind him.
Okay.
I knock on the shop and I. Is the shop open? Like open?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry. I don't go. I forgot I'm in withdrawal for Pretos, so I don't go with him. So someone else.
I'll go with Dorian.
All right. Yeah,
Hail
okay.
and well met.
I'm being mopey.
Good morrow, shopkeeper.
I'll just drag Barley with me.
I mean, you could drag me wherever you want.
That's what I figured you're pretty malleable at this point.
Yeah. I've developed at this point. I actually have it written next to me. I have an Arya Stark kill list written out next to me.
All right. So yeah, you go in and you see it's you go inside and you see fairly dimly lit room. You see a lot of different potions on the walls and on tables, and you see behind a counter is a huge area for mixing potions and messing with different alchemical reagents. There's nobody in the shop besides the person who's currently in the middle of working on a potion behind the main desk.
So, can I identify based on the smattering of things out potentially what the potion is being made?
Say that one more time?
Based on the reagents that are laid out, can I make an Arcana check to determine potentially what is being made?
Go for it.
Don't suck. Goddamn. Okay.
Okay, I mean, you believe that they're making healing potions.
Hail and well met.
The person turns around and looks at you. This Leonin is actually looks about a couple heads taller than the others around, which you would probably immediately notice because everyone else was a hell of a lot taller, and you remember them kind of making comments about Pretos. The Leonin looks at you and says, "Well, what can I do for you?"
My, you're a large one. I don't think I've seen one quite so big since I've been here.
No.
That's what she
Short-
said.
Sorry.
Oh,
I
so-
said taller. I meant shorter than the others. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay.
Other way around.
Oh,
Other way
so-
around. Shorter. Even shorter
like-
than Pretos. Sorry.
So like
Sorry,
the tribe,
sure.
like the Flintwalker people.
Even shorter.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Tiny
okay.
lion.
Okay. Well, that changes what I'm going to say to them.
Yeah, I apologize.
Otherwise,
Hopefully
I
it's
sound
not-
like an asshole.
How small you are.
You little shit.
Alright.
You're
Good
not
morrow,
threatening
sir.
at all.
Those seem to be quite some fancy healing potions you got over there, eh?
Well, it's troubling times. People need them.
Yes. So, do you by chance require any potion ingredients?
Require not so much.
I do have some for that are very interesting. I believe you might be able to make some good use out of this. And I whip out my sacks.
He's gonna
Can you
Kenny G
rephrase
that shit
that?
right now.
He just lays his stacks right on the table for all to see. So, noticeably throughout the entire conversation, right, you've seen as this Leonin kind of looks away as he's talking, and for the first time, when you pull out the venom sacks, his eyes are actually fixated on something, not kind of darting around and looking away. And as he's fixated, he looks and he says, "And where did we come about these?"
Oh, in this, we came across some crypt with some pretty nasty undead and things of that sort. It's all rather fresh. You see, we did lose a dear friend in this encounter. but you know, as it goes, we do require some more materials for our travels. So, if you might find use for these, perhaps we can do some trade.
And what
Gosh,
is it that you're looking? Go ahead.
You said his eyes were fixated on something other than the.
It was just kind of darting around, like never made eye contact, never looked in one place. Like as he talked, he kind of looked around everywhere, like just couldn't fixate on anything.
Got it. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Do I notice that he seems all kind of jittery?
I mean, yes, it's not. Yeah, I mean, it would be. You would have to. It'd be a fucking like -2 roll for you to not notice that.
Okay, can I roll insight to see what he's looking for? Like
Yeah,
potentially
do
what
you
he's
have-
looking
do you
at?
have a -2 roll?
Go for it.
I mean, my yeah.
I mean,
With a
Can I-
plus
no,
5
can I
in
roll?
insight, I rolled a
It's
9.
pretty
if,
low.
if you would like to, yeah.
Can I roll inside? Okay. Where is it?
Can you roll? Can you possibly even roll lower than a 10? Like I think your base is yeah. Okay.
I got 29.
All right. I mean, so you can tell based off the way that this Leon is looking around that it is impossible for him to kind of focus on any one thing at a time, or at least generally it is. And
Oh, he's
that,
me.
basically, yes.
Okay.
So, however, something right because of the sacks being on the table, something about them has actually caught his attention, like hyperfixation type thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we battled some fairly large spiders to get these. Now, do you think they have any value?
And still not looking anywhere but at the sacks. It depends on what you mean by value, but I'm certain that I can find something to use them for.
Okay. Are you willing to trade anything for these?
But of course, what do you want? Ingredients, potions?
We're looking for potions predominantly. You know, potions to heal us, potions to make us faster, potions to make us stronger. What do you have behind the counter, shopkeep?
Well, behind the counter is where he makes everything, right? So anything that's finished is outside of the counter. But
okay.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know if it was like
realistically-
an old timey store where he just has
Yeah,
shelves.
no. There's shelves everywhere of things that are made. I mean, you from your brief time in this place, you don't think that it doesn't seem that crime is necessarily that big of an issue here. That said, the population isn't as large as some other places, then that might be why.
Level steal stuff.
But Dorian's looking for you. Dorian's looking for the secret menu, the stuff that's behind the counter.
Oh yes, the Starbucks secret menu. I understand.
I'd like a baby Yoda.
So, is there anything in particular that you're looking for, or would you like me to get you a list? I can do either way.
I mean, if you just give me a list, because I'm looking at like the potion things, and it's like enormous. Like I just looked at potion under like the wiki
Yeah,
dot,
there's
and
a lot.
it's fucking bananas.
How secure are the potions? Just out of curiosity.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah. Not that type of rogue.
I mean, if they got some potions of heroism, potions of giant strength of varying quality. Let's see, what the hell's
Any water breathing out in the desert.
yeah. The hell's the elixir of health? Oh, disease. Oh yeah, potion of animal friendship.
Okay, and I'm posting the list in Dungeons.
Oil of slipperiness. Ooh,
Excuse me.
oak. Trying to see. So
And then outside of these, there's a bunch of just like tonics or things for people who are sick, like the equivalent of cough syrup, we'll say, for different ailments people have.
Elixirs.
This is this list is, I think it's only posting the first word or first sentence. Like a potion of fire giant strength is not just turning your hair green, I assume. I'm assuming it's also raising your strength to 25.
They also do the other things. Yes, these are the descriptions that they have with the potion.
What the hell's oil of slipperiness?
Dude,
Like think of a potion seller, right? Like, you know, they have, this is what it is, and underneath it says those like scribbles. You can think of the Leonin every time. It's like, would you like an oil of slipperiness? This green drought smells metallic.
yeah, the potion of, I mean, you can never put too many potions of fire giant strength.
I'm actually looking at the seeing which fire giant versus frost giant.
I think fire giant, I sure think storm giant's the most, right?
That's what I was checking.
Oh, you said fire versus frost. I think it's fire versus storm.
No,
Well,
yeah,
all
storm
three
is,
of
storm
them
is,
are on the list. There's
Yeah, I
also
was gonna say. So
so
I think storm's 27.
Hill Giant's 21, Frost is 23, Stone Giant's 23, Fire Giant's 25,
Storm's 27.
Cloud is 27, and Storm is 29.
Oh, even better. You gotta buy that storm
Literally,
giant strength, buddy.
just start punching people.
Yeah.
So, Shopkeep,
I will
how
find
much?
I will find a use for that. I promise.
These I have here 3 of these poison sacks. Do you think we could do away with one of the giant strength potions?
all 3 for 1 potion.
For 1 potion.
That's
Hi.
that. I take pause. I'm like, no. We
take a greater
want to find
healing
something.
too.
We'd like to make sure we're finding an equitable change here, Dorian. You know, maybe not get fleece while we're here.
I elbow my compatriot here to try to insight check this guy
Yeah.
for relative value.
I would like to.
I wiggle my
Does he-
eyebrows like
Yeah, I would like to do an insight check to see if we're getting fleeced by doing 3 for 1 potion.
Well, I will say, right, you just said a, giant strength, and you can see as his eyes may have darted over to the hill giant strength potion, and at that point he thought he was getting a really damn good deal when he was thinking of hill giant strength for the 3 sacks.
all right. How about
Can I make a suggestion?
yeah, go.
If we're gonna fight, well, it's you. If we're gonna fight a black dragon, wait, quick sidebar. The black dragon. Wait, is it the black dragon we're fighting? That's a blue. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Eventually.
he is.
Poison.
Is he an acid dragon or is he something else?
We would
Like,
assume.
do we know?
acid.
I think black is poison dragon.
It's
I
acid.
thought it was acid. I thought it was acid breath.
It is.
I don't know. Okay, so maybe some potion of resistance also for some acid resistance.
No, it is acid. You're right. The potion resistance is poison. Okay, yeah, I guess if you by chance happen to have a potion of acid resistance, we met some Bernie boys out in the desert.
I believe they're pronounced Bernie Bros.
I'm sorry.
Well, I could make something with the sacks, actually, if that's what you would like.
How many do you think you could make with, a couple sacks?
Well, with the size of these, with 1 sack, I could probably make about 2 to 3. But of course, if you want me to make something with the reagents, I would require, money for it. If, however, you would like, you can give me all of them, and I can give you 1 or 2 in return.
Does that seem like a fair? Am I picking up on that being a fair trade? My passive insight's a 21.
You think that he thinks it's a fair trade, right? Because he
Okay.
values his skills. You think that he's going to utilize his skills and his equipment to turn them into a potion for you. He needs something out of it, or else he's out of time and money.
Oh, Dorian, do you have your heart set on anything aside from maybe the potion resistance, or is there anything? Okay, so maybe.
So if we can get him to throw in like a healing potion on top of 2 of the acid resists, I think we'd be in good place.
Okay, so my thought was try to get him to take 2 of the sacks, make. He said 2 or 3, so if he can make, 4 to 6 acid resistance, and then we give him a sack as payment for the potions with the reagents. I think it's a pretty fair trade.
Yeah.
Is
Go
that
ahead. Yeah, you
right.
use your power of plus 11 persuasion or whatever the fuck you're doing.
Well, sir, I'm thinking if you take the reagents, take 2 of these sacks, you make us, the 4 to 6 that you can get out of these sacks, and then we give you a sack as payment for your troubles.
How long do I have?
How long do you need?
Them? I could have it done within a few days. If you need it faster, it will cost more.
How much is more?
Well, it depends on how fast you need it.
Okay, well, let's do this as a man of business. Set how many days would it actually take to do this if you were to set a timeline for yourself?
If I were to begin doing it right now and I stopped everything else that I did, I could have this done within about 4 hours. However, that means that I have to stop what I'm doing, the other potions that I'm in the process of making. That means that I cannot take any customers or anything like that.
Exactly, and I'm asking, what is your standard time frame? That time frame, I want to know when you would have these done by, as a standard. Correct.
3 days.
Do we need them that quick? Are we planning on moving that quickly, Dorian?
How about if you make us 4, you keep whatever's left, and you try to push it out for us in 6 hours. Given the quantities,
unreasonable task for this person based on the metrics they provided.
We said we can drop everything. You can do it in 4. Like I'm giving, so logically speaking, then what if he's making common or uncommon level?
You can't really drop in with everything. Like,
I mean, well, if he's making
customers,
if he's making uncommon level potions and it takes 4 hours to make them, then we're giving him and we're giving him enough time to finish the current project he's on, presumably, or at least roughly around 50% of the way to create another uncommon potion set before working on ours. No. I mean, I'm assuming he's making potions of greater healing and not just common healing, which conceivably would take less time than 4 hours.
Also, I wonder how much business he gets in 4 hours. Like, what are we?
Let's stand and watch.
Like,
what's that?
You want to negotiate correctly.
You have to remember the Wanderer's Rest is
Alright.
the only settlement in this entire fucking region that still
True.
is not nomadic, right?
But they also don't like visitors.
Well, they're wary of, but
So how about this, sir?
We're not doing anything today. How about tomorrow? Like, how long for tomorrow? How much for tomorrow?
So now's where I reveal that I am the shopkeeper, and you guys.
We just
I
been
was
doing
actually
this
going to
back and
ask. I
forth.
was actually going to ask if Chris was the shopkeeper. So
he's actually an artificer.
no.
What if we do this? What if you do the 4 potions, we give you the sacks, you keep whatever's left over, and when we go to speak to what's her name?
Galena.
Or his name? Galena?
Galena.
Yeah. We go and speak with Galena. At some point, we're going to need to be equipped, so we can talk to Galena about flushing more money into your shop to prepare her troops as well.
Prepare for what?
That is classified.
I don't think you understand. I'm the only one who provides potions for anyone here.
Yeah, well, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this. I know that we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but that's a lot of work for one person. You don't have like an apprentice or anything?
No.
What would it
So,
take? Okay, what would
I
you
feel-
need to
I
have this
feel
stuff
like
done
you're
by
conf-
tomorrow?
You're confused about what motivations can be applied to someone to get something done very fast in a place where there's only one fucking shopkeeper.
Yeah.
Wait. So what? Prepare for what?
The coming battle.
What
We-
would
Confused.
We
I
we
should
are
have
we are
gone.
we are traveling champions or ordained to save the world. And we have come with the intent of saving your people as well.
You know what?
And this is but a minor service to that goal.
what would
Come back tomorrow, and I'll throw something in for your head as well.
You guys are always like
Huh?
carrot, like just stick, guys. We're super powerful. Like lean in, fuck.
I'm
We are
good aligned.
we are 5 level 13,
Same.
or I'm sorry, I guess 4 1/4 because Chris is to be determined. We are at least 4.
Yeah, I told Chris he has to start off at level 3.
We are at least 4 level 13 characters. Just fucking lean in with the stick.
I am
we
good
try?
aligned,
Let me.
and I can't
what-
do that.
So, I don't know if we need it in 4 hours. What would it? What would you be looking for if we were looking for 4 potions? We gave you the sacks. What additional would you need if you were to get it to us by tomorrow?
By tomorrow, I'll give you as many potions as I can make out of 2 sacks. And I'll throw in something for his head.
Like for his literal head? Has he offended you, Doran? Do you mind
Did you
giving us a
hear
minute?
what he said? He's clearly insane.
Look, I'll be honest with you. Every now and then, I just tune him out. It's in one ear, out the other. I stop listening. I understand your pain
You
right now,
want
Dorian.
something
Can
for
you
your headache?
for my probably? I might need an aspirin if you got one. Dorian, do you mind just stepping out for a minute so I talk to this lovely gentleman?
No, listen. I'll have it done tomorrow. I'll give you as many as I can make. I'll take these sacks and we'll call it a deal.
Perfect. That sound good to you, Dorian?
Sounds good to me.
Awesome. Well, we thank you, sir. You appreciate all
We
you're doing.
appreciate
So
it. You've been very patient. We have been out in the desert a little while, and I apologize if I'm acting a little odd.
Can I-
The sun does tricky things.
Can I have each of you roll a flat d20?
yes.
Don't suck.
What if I don't want to?
You had one job. Fuck.
Okay. Oh, just the 2 that were in the shop.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. All right, and now we'll go over to F's.
This is gonna be a yay doesn't roll over into double digits this entire night kind of night. Okay.
That's every night. You should be used to it by now. All right, F's. I believe you were going to the shop where they had the magical items.
Yes.
Yes. So you return, or so you go there, and the shopkeeper looks at you and he goes, "Well, welcome back."
Hello. We went where you told us.
And
We recovered the item, killed the lich, cleaned out all the undead, venomous spiders, and everything else.
Then? Was the item there? Was it worth it?
Yeah, but
Where's
we're
your
one party
friend?
man-
I don't see him. The one that
We're
wanted
one
it.
party man. Yeah.
Oh.
He's got it.
Shit. Sorry. I should have been there. My bad.
He's accompanying one of our other friends. We lost our one of our other party members though.
That is a risk that happens out in the desert.
I just wanted to let you know. Should I tell him about the well?
I don't know. Should you?
Yeah, I'll tell him about the well.
Okay. So he he listens intently to everything that you tell him about the well, and he is really excited. And he asks you whether you believe that it would be safe for him to venture himself or to enlist others to venture there to go check out the well.
I mean, I can't tell you anything about the journey. We did not destroy the phallic for the lich, so could come
Phallus
back.
lives, yes.
Or phallus, sorry. Did not destroy that. Can't come back. So, or could come back.
Got it. Barley, you're there, but you're like non-existent, right? You're still depressed.
Yes.
One sec.
Should I check my DMs?
No, I need passive perceptions, please.
20.
Oh, okay.
Wait, passive perception. That was insight. Sorry, 25.
Passive perception of 25? What the
Jesus
fuck?
Christ.
Wisdom-based
You
character,
and
motherfucker.
All right. Well, we still had him being the fucking trap detector last session. Goddamn. Or 2
I
sessions
kept
ago.
saying it. Mine was pretty goddamn high. Nobody fucking
Fair.
listened.
I mean, fair. Well, you notice some footsteps. I believe heavy footsteps entering into the shop. Barley, despondent and not particularly caring, doesn't really notice anything. And I don't know. With those footsteps, do you turn or do you continue your conversation?
Turn. They're heavy.
All right. What do they see, buddy?
I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead.
Oh god.
You
That was
gotta
my
watch
character
out.
quick.
I just want to clarify too, like, Barley is despondent, but
I figured you just don't care, more or less.
not that I don't care, because he is mourning the death of a comrade, right?
Yeah.
And will not allow the death of another comrade. So, despondent, but not obtuse. I
In my
guess.
mind, the idea isn't that it sounds like an assassin coming. It's just that you hear heavy footsteps that don't sound like those of
Yeah, which I
the
probably
other
wouldn't pay
Leonin?
attention to. Yeah. that's
Yeah.
fine, yeah.
Right, it'd be different if you heard multiple people approaching,
like if-
guards rushing. But you just
yeah,
hear footsteps of
if
something that
F's
sounds different than other footsteps.
Like, if F's got attacked, I would join the battle.
yeah,
right?
yeah. No. Listen, I wouldn't be that mean to Barley.
I shoot Chris's new character in the face.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Bradley, shoot.
I'm ready for Peritos to join our party.
Actually, what you see is a dwarf.
I'm so
He
fucking
is-
excited.
Dwarf. You know, he's dwarf size. He
He's
looks kind of
dwarf
old.
size.
They're short, man. You've seen a bunch
does
of
mean,
tall
like,
people, and now there's
4
this little short dude.
4'5", 4'6", 5 feet.
4'9". He's fairly tall for a
Oh,
dwarf,
okay,
but
alright,
still
yeah.
pretty fucking short. He has gray hair, big gray beard, weathered skin, black eyes.
Black eyes.
Wearing
Is
some
he
armor,
evil?
not heavy armor, but wearing some armor. Got a big shield.
Does he have scorpion armor?
No.
Ah, fuck. Josh, can you give him scorpion armor, please? Just help a brother out.
Just out of spite for Pretos. I'm also gonna try my best to do an accent, so please.
Oh
my God, I'm so
fucking God,
happy.
yes.
Let's go.
He just walks up to F's and says, I think we need to have a wee chat, friend.
Oh my God, I'm so
How about
happy.
you?
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
I'm so happy right now.
Did I just hear you correctly that you killed the Lich?
Who the hell are you?
Are you going to answer the question?
No.
Chris O'Connell, behave.
Well, how would you act if a dwarf came flying in? It was like just started questioning. You didn't know who the fuck it was.
I'm drinking beer in the corner, so just ignore me.
Notably, you notice as when he walks in, the shopkeeper does give him a little bow.
There you go.
A dwarf would notice in this lean-in city.
You know, friend, before we start asking questions, we maybe get to names first and why those questions are just
my
coming
God.
out of nowhere.
Please be Ketos.
I think that your
Please be
priorities
Ketos.
are a little messed up right now because you just told me that you killed the Lich, but you did not destroy the phylactery. Do you even know what it is or where it is?
Well, first off, I didn't
Let
tell
me
you anything. I
before
told
you
him.
even continue. Let me hazard a quick guess real quick. You've been to the Dwarven ruins, haven't you?
Sand dwarfs.
I'm so fucking happy right now.
One and the same. And you took something with you, didn't you? What would that be?
If I open this bag up, will you get in and take a look?
I'd prefer if you'd pull it out, but Wait, is that a bag of holding? Are you mad, man?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot there's another one of them now. Fuck.
Oh my God.
yes.
I'm so happy right now. I'm like,
By the way, you're immediately getting inspiration.
I'm
You
like,
play with powers you do not understand. But what did you take from the ruins?
oh my god, I'm so
Alright.
gleeful.
First off, this might not be the place to be having this conversation.
There is no time and place. It has been 200 years, man. Out with it.
Dragon head?
Do you actually like pull it out?
No, I'm just gonna say it. I'm not gonna pull it out. I need to be wined and dined first.
Man, there's a lot of sacks getting laid out and just stuff getting other
Whip-
stuff.
whipping
Also,
stuff out.
I'm sad too because now Barley is stuck mourning Pretos while Chris's new character is out and about and talking. And I'm like, I'm in this weird. I want to talk to this guy. I want to be best friends with this new Scottish fucking dwarf running around.
A dragon head.
Fuck.
I need to see it now.
All right. Whoa.
He can't.
You
He
slow
can't.
down.
He can't finish until he sees the dragon head.
I don't care.
What you took is mine by rights. It is my people and my. I can't finish the sentence. Just you fucking.
Birthright. Let's do it. You want to go with birthright?
Sure.
Chris,
Okay.
Don't give up. You got this, buddy. You're doing a great fucking job.
Again, I'm answering a lot of questions. I don't know who you actually are. I recognize the fact that you are of dwarven descent, and I say it in dwarvish to him.
Oh, do you speak?
Ooh.
Oh
Yep.
well. Why didn't you just start that way?
Because I forgot that I spoke dwarvish, and then I just looked at my character sheet.
I mean, would I be like confused? Well, why does a random lizard speak dwarvish? How far? Okay.
I feel like maybe confused and happy because I don't think any of the Leonins speak Dwarvish.
Yeah. By the way, I do speak Leonin, Barley. Just
Oh, thank
I-
gosh.
I-
yeah.
I have to work with these people all the time, so all right.
So we still have a connection. All right. We're good.
Well, what do you mean these people?
These sand lions, obviously.
Also, I think I also speak Dwarven, but
you see the dwarf take a quick breath and be like,
I don't.
all right. I apologize, but this is of the utmost urgency. I need to see the skull immediately.
Fine.
God, is the
It's
skull
gotta come out. It's coming out of a bag of holding. So do you need to like hide around the
I
corner?
will
or anything
close my
like that?
eyes. It is fine.
Okay,
Just do it quick.
I go ahead and do it.
I grab it out of it, or would you contest my strength to like try and grab the skull?
Yeah. You just take shit out of my hand. You needed to see it. You did say you needed to touch it.
This character can take
and-
whatever he wants.
I am sure my 8 strength is not going to do much, but then we're going to have a wisdom contestation after.
he could be a hunter.
Well,
it's fine.
I mean, you don't know what my base strength is either.
Yeah, he could be a hunter, an artificer. It's fine.
It's still level 8 strength, or an 8 strength, so okay.
I am gonna try to grab it though.
Olaf.
What do we just straight up roll strength?
Let's go, baby. Can you beat a 7?
Oh no.
Yes.
I immediately pass command and tell him to drop the statue. I'm gonna need what is it? Oh god. DC 18 wisdom save.
I love how
No problem.
Chris introduces a character. And it's like,
Oh,
it's PvP within 4 minutes. Like just
Look. So I have this thing. I can see that I just like I'm not like I'm just like holding it. I just it almost makes you feel bad for the dragon. But then why would you ever feel bad for a dragon, right? And I smash it on the fucking ground.
I threw it on the ground. I'm sorry.
I open the bag of holding near him.
As the skull smashes to the ground, everyone who's within the building, you all feel a cold shiver overcome you. The room goes black for a second, and I need a Constitution saving throw from everybody, please.
Even
didn't
if I'm
know
not
that.
paying attention.
No.
Oh, not bad.
Wow. All right. Even the shopkeeper passed. Everyone passed. All right. Good.
Even the shopkeeper.
You just see the dwarf let out a sigh of relief and just like literally like fall onto the ground like on his butt. 200 years. In case it wasn't obvious, friend, that was the phylactery that you had failed to destroy.
Well, man, what would happen if
Oh.
we threw that into the well? That'd be hilarious. That's actually how we get the scroll of true resurrection. Well, it's gone forever.
I
And
turn
then
to the shopkeeper and go, well, according to this guy, now you're safe. You can go there all you want. And I say this guy because I still don't
Still
know
don't know
who
his
the hell he is.
he's just not even paying attention. He's just like flat, like
Oh no, I'm talking to the
angeling on the
shopkeeper.
ground.
All right, so
I stopped talking to you. I'm talking to the shopkeeper.
So Barley walks over to the dwarf and he sits down next to him and he goes, "Does that mean the lich is dead?"
Aye, you just hear from the ground.
I'm sitting next to you. We're like we're in the same plane, yeah. All right, you see Barley take a small notepad out of his pocket and cross off lich. There's like 12 names on there. Oh, that's good. And then I lay down next to the dwarf.
You know, I've waited a long time for this to happen. Part of me wants to be really angry that I wasn't the one who gave him the killing blow, but ultimately I'm just glad that my people are safe, and then no more harm will come from that. Yeah.
It wasn't that great being there. A really great Catman died. And you know what?
There are dozens of them.
How old are you?
There are. That's true. This is the best of all. These guys all suck. This is the only good one. Yeah, no, he died. And you know what's fucked up? Not even a good fight. Like real bullshit, fucking nonsense. He had like one solid spell and that was it. Yeah, no, it was fucking bullshit. Sometimes you just get fingered to death.
It pains me that the Lich had to take one last life before he lost his own.
Yeah, my good buddy. Yeah, no, he died. So I'm glad he's died because he was on my list. Yeah.
Tell me of his life over the next painstaking 3 hours of session.
Okay, so it starts with bum fights. And then
oh my god, I forgot
take,
about the bum fight.
I take my lute out and I play a small song to the homage of, oh my god, the fucking background music played a lute just as I said that, by the way.
Yeah.
But I must know how did you even make it through the Dwarven ruins?
I don't remember it being that hard.
There was magical darkness everywhere.
Yeah, no, I remember
necromantic magic.
I remember being very confused, but everyone else seemed to really get it. We had people who could see in the dark.
No, I think it's because I casted the daylight spell.
Yeah. Yep. So therefore we could see in the dark. Yeah, no, nailed it in one. Yeah, no, it was that. So you're a sand dwarf. we don't say that though. You're a Tuscan raider.
There was a
Somehow
time
worse.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They were my
Yeah.
people, and that was my home. But there are so few of us left.
We didn't think there was any of you left from what we saw down there.
Yeah, where are the rest of
And-
your people?
Around.
Oh, vague as
Would you
fuck.
say-
I
That
appreciate
was
that.
shady as hell.
Yeah, no, I
Would you say
appreciate
that
that.
they are qualified as homeless? I can't ask that, but call back.
So, is there any chance that when we're fighting the Black Dragon, they would all pop out of the sand to support us in our final moment? Like, would you say it's a Deus Ex Machina?
Have you seen the movie Dune 2?
I have not, but I've heard about the worm murder. It's a very anti-worm movie.
Truth be told, most of my people have no will to fight anymore. We've suffered too much, too great a cost, and there are too few left.
Well, wouldn't you be able to take back your home now?
Hold on,
It is
can we
true.
clarify what is your home? By the is it also their home? Like, are we unstarting one war to fight another war?
Yes, now we finally have a front against the Leonin to destroy.
Okay, that was the concern.
No, everyone's friends. It's cool. It's cool.
Oh,
It's cool.
fine,
Don't worry
yeah.
about it. Don't
Like
worry,
like
know,
all societies, everyone's cool. They're just all chill.
Well, their dwarven city was underground, and
Yeah, but then
They're
they had to
above ground
they,
floors.
they had to go somewhere. And what I know about people is when they have to go somewhere, they just pick the closest place, and they're like, "That's our place." Like,
it also sounds like there ain't so many of them. So
so it sounds like they need our help. Throw it out there.
Now for the long journey of the dwarves to return home.
And
We're gonna
listen,
skip the Black Dragon.
If you-
We're gonna
if
start
you
this.
thought
new
you
were gonna-
I
If
don't
you
know.
thought you were gonna fight the Black Dragon, you guys shouldn't have killed Pretos. Okay.
And I don't know anything about our new friend, but I know that I'm throwing my support behind the dwarves. So, y'all choose your side.
There are no
okay, so we
sides.
know how you feel about the Lich. How do you feel about the Black Dragon? Which I all of a sudden forgot the fucking name of. God damn it.
The dragon and the lich were both a scourge upon our people. I mean, you can
Oh.
see that they clearly didn't agree in the end, but that doesn't mean that we want him around any more than we
Well-
want the lich.
The next part of our mission is to bring these two Leonin tribes together and go take on the Black Dragon.
You think that in the hundreds of years that the dragon has been here, that Yoda's gonna waltz in and unite the Leonin against the dragon?
Oh my god, I love this character so much. I'm so happy right now. I'm like gleeful.
You know, you did kill the lich though, so who am I to say you can't fucking do it?
We killed the Lich. We cleared out your old home. That's two positives. I think we had accomplished the third.
Barley has slowly moved behind the dwarf, and
I see Barley like with a bottle in hand. He's sitting here like,
yeah, I'm just
Well,
I'm watching like a tennis
I'll-
match. I'm just like back and forth. Yeah.
I was thinking more of like a measuring, like he's there and I'm here and
Yeah.
he's here and Pretos is here.
well, I'll tell you what. I, being a person of persuasion, might be able to help you in uniting these tribes if you would have me join for a brief time.
And
I-
I
Join,
get
you
your
can join
name?
forever.
I certainly owe you for taking out the Lich. My name is Durek. Durek
Okay.
Ironfall.
There's a couple more members to our party, so we're gonna introduce you to Avalor, and don't worry about the other guy.
Fine, you will mispronounce his name anyway.
No,
God,
we'll
I
introduce
swear
you
to God, my next character will be named Eric, and you guys will still fuck it up somehow.
No, it's dirt. It's Dick Ironfall. It's fine. Like,
Okay. Is the
Okay.
shopkeeper okay? Is he
Yeah,
after
no,
all
he
of
passed.
this? He's good. He's good. Like everything. Like he's not like
I'm still laying on the floor, so
fucking
it's fine.
freak the fuck out. Come
No,
on,
no. I
Byron.
mean, you can tell that, right? The shopkeeper has had, I guess, he seems very friendly with Durik. So, as long as y'all are not killing each other, he's all right.
You guys
Although
didn't
Although he
introduce
was a little
yourself.
freaked out about the bag of holding.
You guys didn't introduce yourselves to me.
No, that's true.
Oh,
Y'all fucked up. That's so rude.
that is so rude. Well, I did start. I was starting to tell you the other party member's name, and I'm F's. And this is Barley.
I'm really
Well,
sad
you
about the death of our cat person.
I am sorry to hear that. And F's, I must apologize for my earlier brusque nature. You hopefully understand. At this
I do.
point, I
do. All right, let's go meet up with the rest of the party.
I will never talk again.
No, no, I'm so happy, Chris.
please.
Fuck.
Never fucking stop. I'm not
Jesus
kidding.
Christ,
I'm
I'm
definitely
so
giving you
happy.
inspiration.
Yeah. This is so fucking amazing. I'm so happy.
So great.
All right. So we'll say around the time, like you guys leave the magic shop, and that's probably around the time that I guess you guys meet each other, kind of in the main area of where the little shops are. So you can do nice introductions again.
My, we have a new visitor.
Yes, we have someone that's going to stay with us for a little while.
Well, greetings and salutations. I am Dorian, urban bounty hunter extraordinaire. And who might you be?
My name is Durik Ironfall. Can you tell me of your greatest bounty that you have slayed?
Well, you know,
Wow, what a fucking call. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh,
Well, I think every bounty is important. No job is too big or too
Oh,
small.
what a bitch answer. My god. Thank you for. Can you call us all out, please? Like, just go one
Wow.
by one and call us out on our bullshit.
Because to every person who sets out a bounty, that task is the most important one in their hearts.
No.
Man, I would have just went with the fucking lich and called it a day, but all right.
Yeah. Now he goes through. He's
I'm
like,
humble.
you're not a real newspaper magnate. You know what? Your dad never loved you.
Ah, damn.
It's like
we don't get the paper up here, so
it's like everyone you know dies. You go away.
so if I was now really looking at Derek and trying to guess what class he might be, what am I coming up with from what I see?
I mean,
Is smart ass
a
a class?
character named Dick. Like he's definitely like a tough guy.
Are there any religious
Um,
markings?
But not like what is he wearing? Like yeah, I guess let's start with that. Like does he have a shield? Does he have a
Okay.
sword? Like what does his weaponry look like?
Did
That's
you-
just
I
like
mean, you actually he has like a warhammer, but it looks like brand new, like it's never been fucking used.
so he's a cleric, guys. Okay, guys, he's a
I
cleric.
mean, I had kind of figured that. But...
yeah, I know.
but yeah, shield, armor.
Yeah, no, cleric. Okay, no, guys, he's a cleric. It's fine.
His eyes are very black though.
He's a evil cleric. Is there a bad? Is there a bad cleric? I know there's a bad paladin. Is there a bad cleric?
I comment on his eyes, and not in a derogatory way, more in a questioning way. Does extreme light bother you? Does it have any ill effects?
Not at all.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
I like it's not in a derogatory way. I find black eyes sexy. Can you tell me about yours?
It is the price one pays for power sometimes.
Oh,
Oh, is he a warlock?
are you a warlock? Do you
No.
have a Sky Daddy?
No.
Do you have Sky Daddy? That's multiple classes though, so we can narrow it down.
I don't know what you
No,
are talking.
no Sky Daddy. Okay. That means no cleric, no warlock.
Was that no convincing on the warlock? I have a 21 passive insight. Just
It's more like I wasn't like. I mean, I wasn't lying.
okay.
It was more just like, what is even like? I don't.
I
It
really
was
want
more of a what the fuck kind of question.
I want to.
That's how I got from that.
I want to narrow down what it is. So no Sky Daddy, which means no warlock, no cleric, right? So he's got a
How
he's
good
got,
looking
he's
is
got a
he?
he's got a warhammer. Yeah, how good, good question. What's his charisma
what?
like? Good looking.
Yes. Is he a paladin?
You would say his charisma is like extremely average for this part of the world.
Okay. All right.
Extremely
So
average.
not a paladin.
Extremely average.
He's
Not
he's
a
definitely
paladin.
wisdom based.
Yeah, not a
and
paladin,
he's
not a
a-
warlock.
Yeah.
So he's got a warhammer, so strength weapon, never been used, right? But not a paladin, not a warlock.
It's got to be.
Never
cleric.
been used. Rude as fuck.
-1 strength.
I think you said it was still in the wrapper. Like,
I'm pretty sure it's decorative. I think it's an heirloom.
does he have a bow too, or just the warhammer?
No.
I mean, I can see by looking at him, Chris, if he has a bow. Like, it's not small.
So-
It'd be on your back.
How about this? Okay, so that
Excuse me, sir. What do you specialize in?
Thank you. I was just
Magic.
Just
That's,
he does this. He does the fingers. Magic.
Magic. Of
So,
what variety?
He's got to be a cleric. There is no other class that is magic based that has a fucking warhammer. He is a cleric. Yeah. Chris
When
is
one
nodding.
needs-
Yeah.
When
That
one needs
is
to fight a
fascinating. But
lich.
more importantly, what happened to
better
your
way-
people? I just like whip out a notebook.
I mean, you saw the ruins, did you not?
Well, yeah, I know what happened to the people who stayed there. I'm talking
Oh, the
about
people
you're
afterwards.
obviously
No,
still.
yeah, we're great. Don't worry about it.
Very dismissive hand wave. Yeah, no, we're fine.
Okay.
I mean, those of us who remain just found what we could to survive.
Did you start roaming, or did you find a place to settle? Like,
I mean, we're
I'm just like
we're-
looking at my notepad, just taking notes.
all right.
we
so
we are all over the region. No specific
we
place.
have a leader to meet with.
Oh yeah,
But try
that's
to
probably
convince-
more important right now.
You'd be able to help us with this. Yes.
Are you talking to me?
I said your name.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry, it was a little muffled. I toned it out. You're just saying you need. I'm gonna come with
Yeah.
you. Yes.
Yeah, you broke
You're
up a
able to
little
help
bit.
us with it. Oh, I did. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're able to help us with this, yes?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Shall we?
Lead the way.
I lead the way.
Oh, shit. I pull out my rock phone.
All right. Well, I was gonna ask you to do this in secret, but never mind then.
I mean, I'm not hiding anything.
Yeah,
from
no,
you
that's
guys.
fair enough.
So, Salvador, what's up? Or how's it going? How can I help you?
Master Avalor.
Yes.
There's news, and we want to know how we should proceed.
Okay. Yeah. Continue.
The corruption is spread.
Lol.
In what the hell's the name of my city? Fuck. Where's it spread?
Latherton.
Hmm.
Let me go
Is
ahead
that
and
where
do
I'm
this
from?
to make your life easy. No.
I gotta
here,
pull up my
here,
notes
here
again.
you go.
No,
here
it's in the. Oh, you had it pinned inside.
you go.
Oh
Discord.
yeah.
So now it's the whole island.
It started like down here, didn't it? Or
Yep.
Evan's Watch. Okay.
Yep.
Like you hear the Ghost of Preto say, nothing really lost. No one liked that. No one liked that island anyway.
Shit, we haven't taken care of the Red Dragon. We have to go through the corruption to do it.
Well, no, remember the stupid dudes?
Oh, they moved.
Yeah, they said the Red Dragon came with them, or brought them, or whatever.
It wasn't the.
Or like he literally was the Red Dragon or some bullshit.
Yeah,
I
wasn't
forget
he?
exactly.
He was the Red Dragon, wasn't he?
Allegedly.
Or at least was powerful enough that we were all shitting ourselves while we were standing in front of him. Hey, buddy. Sorry. Okay. Ow, motherfucker. Okay. Sorry, I got a puppy in here right now.
Do you have 2
Babe?
puppies?
Yes, I do.
Where's the puppy? Let me see.
Come here, puppy. Ow, ow, ow. Yes, it's just. Oh.
Yeah. It's, oh my god, look at him.
He is.
Oh my
getting big.
goodness.
He put on like
Sorry.
10 pounds in 2 weeks.
Yep,
No.
sure did.
If only
He
they
is-
never get bigger.
Honestly, he is.
My man's like, I'm having regrets.
We're actually sending him to boarded training for the next 2 weeks, starting on Thursday, because it's been
Wow.
bad. Maverick's bit him twice, because he's just been he's been real bad. So his training's going well, but his nipping is out of control. So, yeah. Sorry, I digress. How to proceed? Wait, is there a reason I wouldn't want them to report? Is there a reason I wouldn't want them to report on it?
I don't know, but you're the one who should call the shot. So
Yeah.
this is very important news, and they're asking you.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get my thoughts together because I don't know why I wouldn't want them to report on that. It seems newsworthy, and unless there's a risk that it's accompanying that. Yeah. What do we know? It's just spread to Latherton? Is Latherton destroyed, or what are they doing?
We know that it's spread at least as far as the gates. We don't know whether the entirety of Latherton has been affected.
How did we get this news? Was it somebody from Latherton?
It was another force that came through asking for, seeking aid. They went to the guard, and we were immediately told.
Yeah, read the report or the
Is
report. The sorry, go ahead.
We can publish it, but the worry is this could cause mass panic for the city. Number one, but number two, do we know that people won't try to take advantage of this situation? Obviously, if we know, others may know as well.
Don't tell the people shit.
What's the council saying?
We have not heard word from the council.
Council's all dead because those other.
Give me a second. Let me think. Oh, I mean, you can talk. I'm just sorry. I'm just trying to think of what to say here.
Obviously, this is loud enough that everyone can hear, including our new friend.
He was like has it on speakerphone, like in the subway, just like talking as loud as he can.
I mean, I don't want like how loud is it? I don't want anybody out of this circle to.
Yeah.
know
I
what's
mean,
going
I
on.
assume that you guys are like off in the corner, right? And you have it enough
Okay.
that everyone can hear. But it's not. I mean, right? It's not like, oh my god, everyone within 20 feet can fucking hear everything that's going on.
Take it to the council. Sit down with them. Figure out whether or not this should be published. Maybe.
When you said the council, I thought you meant the council of Latherton, not like the council of the folks that you guys set up.
Yes. Yeah. That council.
Oh, I guess so. In that case, the response is that they determined that it should go to you for final determination. It's your paper.
What was their general consensus?
They were worried that it would cause panic and strife. The last time people came through for donations, people were already up in arms. It's an entire continent at that point.
Yeah.
And they were promised salvation from the fire, the Church of Eternal Flame.
So
This is
isn't
a hard
my
one.
forte. This isn't my
Yeah.
forte, but why wouldn't you want to report what's happened, but that there is a mission, us, underway to put a stop to all of it and perhaps reverse it?
So wait, what? I guess like me, Roddy. What is causing the blight or whatever this is?
I mean,
Ah,
via Draco Lich.
Dracolich, yeah.
Okay.
okay. Yeah, so I will say, like, so without all of the in-between stuff that, you know, you may or may not have learned from the party, you would have heard of the story of the Dracolich initially that was imprisoned in the heart down here by the council, which sits at Latherton. And the council are
Okay.
a group of celestials that ended up fighting against the Dracolich that basically had brought the last oncoming end of days in these three and a half continents.
Also, like you said, like what you haven't learned from the party. We don't talk about what happened a lot.
Exactly,
It's
but these are the
it's
historical
real,
things.
like
Yeah, that's like the historical
under
things
the
that would have
radar
happened
stuff, yeah.
beforehand. Yeah.
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 So,
party-
so you know that
we don't
that
talk about
there
our faux
is
pas. Yeah.
exactly, but you know
As a
that there was
party-
the heart that was kept there, and it was supposed to be kept trapped there. The power
No,
was.
we know. I'm just saying what we've shared with Roddy now. Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
I do remember either Josh telling me or us talking about it at one point, but I don't remember all the details. So yeah.
So at some point, and you probably would have heard this through envoys that came seeking aid, that something happened that allowed the magic from the heart to further expand. And the worry is, number one, there's a corruption that is spreading across this continent and possibly could go out further, but also could be the return of the Dracolich.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Right, and you know,
Okay.
part of the issue was the council could
Yeah.
not specifically kill it; it had to trap its heart within, well, the mountain.
Okay. So with do people know about how, like? I guess my question is,
The general people know
If-
about the Dracolich and the historical like stories behind it. They might not know like what like, you know, all the facts around everything, but they know of the story of the Dracolich and the council imprisoning it in the heart.
okay. So let's spin this then. I have left town
Mm-hmm.
to follow heroes who are going to fight the corruption. We're on our way to put an end to the Black Dragon, in effort to slow down the creep. So I think we should report on the creep, but spin it in more of a way where we can kind of show things are being done. So actually,
So it's a story about your endeavors.
yeah. So hold off on the story. Once we've finished with the Black Dragon, print the story with the death of the Black Dragon. I'll call you when that's done.
Understood.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I lost the accent. I was deep in thought.
You're fine. Let me add a new calendar thing.
I gotta put bold notes somewhere.
30. Oh, okay. And save. Done. All right.
All right.
So they will wait for your call to print the story. If they don't hear from you, then you will probably get another call in the near future.
Yep.
And unless there's anything else that anyone wants to bring up, we can then bring you into the hall for Galena.
Let's do it.
All right. So, as you guys approach, you see I don't remember who the fuck it was that went with you. You see one of the wizards that came with you to make sure that you were able to get into the city, and he or she bows and leads you leads you into the hall, and you see Galena and a couple of others are waiting for you, and she said, "Go ahead."
Was it Pathron that came with us?
Patheron did not come with you. Patheron
stayed.
stayed as a show of good
Gotcha.
faith with the others.
Okay.
The only wizard, by the way, is Comnos Hazelbreath.
Then it was Comnos. Thank you. All right, it was Comnos. Comnos came with you, and that was a he. So yeah, Comnos bows and he says, "Right this way." And as you get inside, you see Galena and a few others, and Galena is standing over a table that has like a map of different places within the desert, and you see where like maybe other like troop formations and things like that might be. And she looks at you and she says, "I've heard that you come to try and I heard that you come with the possibility of an alliance."
It is possible.
Did we send somebody ahead of us?
No, the
wizard-
wizard.
the
was-
wizard
he's
just-
already
Oh,
done that.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Gotcha.
Oh no, you piece of shit. Keep your
In
mouth shut.
unity, there is strength.
Tom knows you fucking bitch.
Divided, we shall fall. And I nod sagely with my arms folded.
I look poignantly at Comnos.
No. No. We're here for diplomacy, not for nicknames.
We're hoping possibly you and Igtar could parlay and maybe finding a equal ground on something that plagues both tribes. Are they tribes? Tribes?
Tribes is
Well, the-
fine.
Okay.
The plan was they were going to engage in battle while we slipped around to get to the dragon. We need
Right.
them as a distraction, but
Yeah.
we need both.
Cannon fodder, if you will.
I don't. I mean, I don't want to say that.
And so,
Never hurts to be honest.
and how was it that you have convinced Igtar to join these discussions?
We spoke and came up with a plan together, and it seems the only viable option that we have. So we said we would come back and try to convince you.
Kind of looks between the others in the room, and she says, the last time that we have spoken, Hector refused to listen to reason.
I'm not saying it was easy. It was pretty tough, and I get there's a lot of blame on both sides.
What is the point
the
of
net-
this alliance?
We need to be able to kill the Black Dragon. We need to be able to get to them. So we need an army big enough to fight the other one.
Igtar explained that whenever they marched forces on the Black Dragon, as troops were getting close, the army came out to meet them. So they were never able to actually get close to them. So we're planning on using that response to send a small task force behind lines to take out the dragon while the forces are distracted. Igtar liked that plan. There's also, he was, I think, probably a little more willing to listen to us just because of whatever prejudice he may have. Probably didn't work the first time, but based on the plan we gave him and whether or not you're willing to meet him, he was willing to comply.
So, you want us to sacrifice our people? And you think that you can rid us of this dragon? Think you
Galena.
can rid us?
Galena. It has been hundreds of years. These, dare I say, heroes have come in a short time and already rid the land of the Lich. If anyone has a chance, I think we should listen. It's them.
Damn. Insider credibility is right there.
Wait, so what's his name's with us too, right? Hazelbreath.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Didn't they were all pretty well convinced while we were marching because the little propaganda shit I spread around while we were walking.
They were convinced. Is she convinced?
Right. No, I'm saying is Hazelbreath kind of backing us at all?
Yes, yes. I mean, he's the one who
Okay.
started, who basically like gave you guys the in to even get this far.
Yeah.
Without him,
Okay.
this would
Got
be
it.
not
Okay, so he got us in the
Okay.
door. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So she looks at Durek and she says, "And do they even know what they walk into? Do they know of the Dragon Rider? Do they know of what they have to do?"
I don't
Both
know. Do
have
you
to
guys know
die.
all that? we haven't talked that much. So.
Both have to die.
Well, the Dragon Rider are one and the same, correct?
Yeah, the Dragon Rider and the Dragon are one and the same.
The Dragon Rider must die. With the Dragon Rider dead, the rest will collapse.
Then it's time I turn him into a pile of ash.
Too soon.
Oh shit.
And once this is over, then what?
Well, then what is up to you and Dictar? So I think that's why he's coming to talk to you. Maybe you guys can hash that out. You're the leaders here. We're not.
How soon would we need to mobilize our forces?
Mm.
Uh,
Hey, DM Josh, can you give us a time?
I think it's also
I mean-
gonna plan a coordination between both camps, right? So you're gonna
Well,
have
I
to
mean,
discuss.
really, it comes down to you guys, right? You guys are the ones who want.
I mean, I'd march tomorrow, but we gotta mobilize. So it's really gonna depend on whatever their planning is.
So then the response
So-
is as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready to
Yeah,
run.
but yeah, we're ready to move whenever you and Igtar are ready to move.
Tomorrow
You're
morning,
muted.
preferably, because you want your potions, right? So.
Oh,
I mean, the longer we're here, maybe if one more extra day gives them enough time to make more potion. I don't know. 12 extra hours?
It's a lot of more potions, yeah.
Fine. I'll meet with him.
we appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you kindly. Well, cool.
Is there, you know what? One thing I never asked. I know this is desert area. Is there any crops that are grown here?
At the city, yes.
Just mushrooms. Always just mushrooms.
If you, since you're probably going to take a lot of manpower out of the city, it doesn't leave you a lot to cultivate. I mean, there might be something I can at least help and do with that. Definitely as a show of good faith.
We wouldn't say no to any offer that can help feed the mouths of the city.
If you take me over there, I will be happy to enhance those crops.
And she asks one of her advisors to take you to the rest of the druids, who have essentially just been used to cultivate crops for the city. They don't do a lot of fighting, they do a lot of growing.
That
What did we originally agree on the meeting? Was it 4 days time? Something like that?
That's how it was 4 days for us to get here, but we used a windwalk.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I think she needs to mark. She
He needs
Somebody
to head
remind
that
me.
way, and also part of the reason why they wanted to send someone ahead was to also send a message back. So, I mean, we'll say that with everyone in agreement that they would be able to meet in 2 days from now. So, with 2 days in the city, is there anything that you all want to get done? Anything that you need to do?
We need to grab our resistance potions, obviously.
I'm going to be casting plant growth as much as I can on their crops.
I'm gonna cast bullet growth.
I will
Makes
put
bullets.
Barley's bullets in with the plants that I cast plant growth on.
I mean, I assume that over like at least one of the day, you use as many spell slots as you can to do that, which is a huge boost, because they have essentially, it's not the biggest place. You can see that they've made a small section, the equivalent of like a greenhouse, and with a bunch of different druids who are doing the same thing as you are. They're producing enough food, generally for like a day and a half's worth of people. So with your help, they're able to get that a lot higher, and also create rations for a long journey.
Definitely do that.
When you guys go back to the potion maker, you're able to get 5 potions.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I did not think that was going to happen. I thought we were going to get 4 or 3.
Or we had rolls for a reason. So you're able to get 5 potions, and when you do return, he still doing the thing where he looks around, but he says, I heard that you're going to help rid us of the dragon.
That is our goal, yes.
Generally, I would charge a lot more for some of these drafts that I have, but I think that I could give anything that you would like for half price.
That's my account of you. What do you... Actually, let's list again.
Yeah. Oh, this is from earlier.
Yeah, let me see.
Look, I played a lot of RPGs, and no one ever gives you a cut when you're gonna save the world. They're always like, "Look, man, I gotta make a fucking living, capitalism and such."
It's 50% off, but he raised the price 50% the day before.
It's like furniture stores. Got it.
It's like, yeah, exactly.
50%, half off. I do have one small favor.
Certainly.
What's that?
If you are successful, I think that you could possibly get a dragon scale or 2.
That seems reasonable.
We've
And
done that
create-
before.
Create me some.
We actually need dragon scales for the other guy over in Mjorn.
Oh.
For the Displacer Beast cook, or I can't remember. There's Jesus Christ.
We
it's a
don't
lot.
need that
I
anymore.
mean, do
it's
we
fine.
even need that? That was also my question. Do we even need that anymore? I mean,
I'll still fucking take one.
I mean, I'll take it.
I was gonna say I would put it on I would put it on Barley.
I mean, I feel like any of us probably would benefit from it. Like,
Look, guys, I still am gonna be moderately tanky, so don't.
he's a cleric. He's got heavy armor.
Yep.
So.
I think. Let's see here. I don't know if
Plus, we're gonna have to go through there to get to the green dragon. Or we gotta go over to Zynar and go kill the white dragon, just murder the white dragon.
Mhm.
We found portals yet?
portals.
Yeah. Do we have fast travel?
No.
I mean,
I
our
mean,
druid's the
eventually
one.
you'll have the tree travel.
Yeah, our druid's got to give us free transport.
Okay, what is that spell called?
Transport via plants.
And then you can go back to the well.
I mean, I could give us extra planar travel. Would that help?
Mhm.
Oh, I can just prepare it. All right. It's a 6th level slot. I've got access to it.
I could do one of those things where if I cast a spell for like a year in the same place every day, we could like teleport back there at some point. Was that
Yep.
useful?
Yes.
Do we have
it-
enough
it
time
is,
to do that?
Can you
We
do,
definitely.
do you have the
we
spell
end
to
up
talk to your
places-
god? Can we just do that?
Do I? I don't
Yeah, I
don't
mean
know.
that is a cleric
Divine
spell.
intervention. Yeah,
Yeah.
divine intervention's a
Oh,
class
divine
that you
intervention. I
can
mean, yeah. I mean, I do use it just to like chat though. It's fine.
Hey, what's up, bro? Who's your god?
What's up, bestie?
Yeah, do we recognize any insignias or stuff on his stuff?
Don't worry about it.
Alright. Dwarf gods 5e. Okay.
Don't worry about it. That's not sketchy.
I can pick this out. We're good. It's fine.
Do you worship Merkel?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, Merkel's one of the death gods.
Moradin, Dumathoin, Baranor, Ladigor, Marthammer Dwin, Abathor.
Your accent is perfect, Dwarvish.
Thank you.
Clearly.
Yes. Sharendlar, Deep Duara. I feel like Deep Duara is evil dwarf god. That's fine. Just based on the picture. I'm guessing Marthammer Dwin.
Mm.
Chris is choosing now, currently. He's like, huh, I should look up these gods.
Hmm.
I don't even know what else. I'm sorry. I'm still looking at the potions. I'm trying to figure out what I want, but I don't even know if there's anything in here that, aside from healing potions. Let's see if I can think of anything else.
I guess really nobody uses strength or anything, huh?
I mean, you can still use strength to make your sneak attacks.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
If
yeah.
if you wanted to go that way, like a 27 strength sneak attack is still a sneak attack of sorts.
Yeah. What does this do? Let me see some roleplay.
You know, it's less poking the tender bits and more just shoving your sword through a guy sideways if necessary.
Right. I can look at freedom of movement real quickly. Freedom. I think it's just difficult terrain and something else. Can't be restrained.
Freedom movement is. It also means you can't be grappled, which is super nice. But
Yeah.
It's useful, but it does feel kind of situational based on how your DM sets up things too.
Right.
And our DM is a dick, so.
Wow.
I mean, that's not how I'd phrase it. More that we just rarely run into tough terrain
Oh no, just the
or
like,
grappling.
or grappled or restrained or anything like that. Yeah.
You guys have been
Doesn't
grappled
it-
and restrained so many fucking
Whoa,
times in
wait.
this campaign. What do you mean?
Literally always, yeah.
Doesn't freedom of movement also like prevent paralyzed too? Am I making that up?
I think it's restrained.
You guys have
Like
been
you
restrained so many times. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, so magical effects cannot reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained. So it is 4th level though, which feels high, but that is pretty powerful.
I think. let's
Paralysis
see.
is like the worst fucking thing in this game. It sucks so bad.
How much for the oil of slipperiness and potion of fire giant strength? How much money do I have? Inventory.
Ask the lizard. How much money do we have? Oh yeah,
Whatever
Durek.
you
You guys don't know this, but he comes with 20 million gold. I didn't clear this with Josh, but he is a dwarf. He is very old. I just
Enough-
assume over time.
Yeah, enough to clear our debts for sure. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm a newspaper mogul. I'm a fuck ton of money. Yeah.
Well,
My back pocket's just full of money.
That was stolen from you until recently.
Yeah, I know.
True, true.
The oil I can let go for 75 gold, and the potion generally I charge about 2,500, but since you're doing what you're doing, 1,000.
I don't even have that. Okay.
You guys don't have 1,000? You guys have 1,000.
I have.
We got 7 Gs.
Oh, I have. Okay.
I was
I
like,
have to-
wait a minute, you guys have money.
I have 350 written down. I'm pretty sure it's what I started. So, how about I'll buy the oil? Oh, jeez, I'll buy the oil right now, and then I'll confer with the group and see how they feel about the potion. It's not that I don't want it; I just don't want to spend our money without talking to them first. If that makes sense.
I will say, if you do bring back at least 3 full dragon scales, I'll give you all of your money
That
back.
sounds wonderful. Group, are we okay with that?
I mean,
I'm fine with it.
Chris is our
You're-
quartermaster.
Yeah, you're either gonna kill the dragon or you're gonna die. So either way, like.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll do it.
All right,
Sounds-
you guys get a potion of oil of I'm sorry, you get oil of Cyprinus and the potion of the Storm Giant, and he also throws in 2 elixirs for your headaches.
You say storm giant or fire giant?
Wait,
So-
what was
No,
it that you wanted?
Storm Giant.
I
Storm
said
Giant. We took Storm Giant. No,
storm. Isn't storm giant 21?
no 27.
And fire giant's.
No, Storm Giant's 20,
I thought that-
29. I'm sorry, Storm Giant's 29.
Yeah. You wanted the
Oh.
one that was the most strength. I know what
Yeah.
you meant.
Shit.
You wanted the big
Okay.
dog one. Yeah.
I mean, admittedly,
Don't worry,
I was
buddy.
looking at the fire giant. I didn't know the storm. I thought the storm giant was just weaker. I didn't even look at it. So okay, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, I knew you wanted the one with most power. Don't worry about it.
Perfect. Yeah, I want to grapple a ancient black dragon. So. Okay. Cool. Oh, thank you kindly. Appreciate your time. We'll be back with scales. And yeah. Anybody else want anything? I step out of line.
Yeah.
So we're led to believe this person works for credit. Some would say.
Only for you guys because of what he has heard.
But you have to like present the money and then he'll pay back. But essentially, yeah.
Okay, but he's working for future dragon scales, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
but you're giving him
He
money
said he'd give us
now.
a refund. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry,
So basically,
we're
you guys are
giving
giving
him
him
wow.
1,075 gold now, which is going to cover his reagents for the potions and a little bit more.
gotcha.
The idea being he'll refund you all of that for the dragon skill.
That's fine. I was gonna break Josh's game, but that's fine.
Yeah. Nice try, buddy.
1,075. Remove.
Thank you.
Oh, haven't been this poor in so long.
Of what, 6,000?
It's fine. I'm sure the Iron Bank's never gonna come back for their money. So
Way long enough, the fucking blight or whatever is just gonna get him anyway.
Yeah, then we
Well,
can get the
actually,
white
they're,
dragon.
they're closer than us, so it's fine. They'll
That's
go
what
down
I'm saying.
first. Yeah.
We might need to use that tree travel shit and go get that white dragon right after this.
Alright. So other than that, is there anything else you guys want to do here, or you want to skip to
It's
traveling for the
it's-
meeting?
It's just those 6 potions, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Then,
Can I make a suggestion before we go? If we're gonna either die or beat this thing, we might get more potions than we probably need for this fight, because we're just gonna get it all back.
also, who said we're
So you-
dying? Like there's there's
That's
just,
well. What I'm
there-
saying.
There's also
What I'm
just
saying is if
there's just winning. Yeah.
yeah, what I'm saying is if we die, the money we can't take the money with us anyways. So if we spend it now for future fights with other dragons,
Yeah,
so
but
we're
we
kinda
also
getting
need
this-
don't we need other skill, like, because we're only going to be able to get so many skills because there's rolls and skinning that goes along with that. This is
okay.
not a
Got
sure.
it.
This is not a surefire way
Yeah, that's
that.
future us problems though. Just spend the money. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's the other shop that you have to go by as well. There's 2 other
Yeah.
shops.
Yeah,
And,
but fuck
you know,
those guys.
oh.
It's fine.
You just don't want them to go back.
Who are they gonna send? That
No,
can
it's not
fucking-
that.
After we take a dragon out, they can't.
No.
It-
What I'm saying is they have
No,
more
we
things
lose
they can
the
offer
displacer.
you.
Oh yeah.
Well, there was other stuff, and then I think he has the displacer beast.
So, but I'll
Hide.
say this
Remember,
one,
there was another potion maker that offered you permanent stats depending on the different
yeah,
skills.
but this one
Exactly.
gave us the potions already, right?
Oh shit.
This one just gave us the potions.
You just
for
did.
money, yes.
Yeah. For partial money, right?
Yeah, it's
No,
partial money.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So
there's
we'll
only
never,
so many
we're never coming
scales
back
we'll never
here.
get.
Yeah. So count these ones out. So everything
We
from,
have to come back
everything we
here.
get from here is just a discount.
But yeah, I mean that's fair. Yeah, and that's why, right? He's doing it enough that he can still make money off of the
Yeah.
off of what he's selling, but it's not as much as
Assuming
he
we
would make
never
otherwise.
come back. Yeah.
Correct.
So this is a good shop to spend money at because we get a product up front, but not paying full price for it.
Yeah, but I mean, how much stuff do we actually need?
Oh, I don't need any stuff, but I'm just saying, like in general.
Yeah. That's it. Like, this isn't offering us stat increases like the other plays. Like if there is that, I would just do it.
Also,
but-
to be fair,
Yeah.
I believe that the other time, the other place, part of the issue was you didn't want to give them money, right? They were like, oh, if you give us X amount of money, which is a lot, you could have it now. And you guys
was-
are like,
it was
nah.
a lot of money. Yeah, we would have
we
been
don't like
bankrupt.
to. We don't like to pay stuff for things. It's fine.
Yeah, I was thinking the scales were like a sure thing. So that's no. If it's like a chance of
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
We like
I
to-
get a little with leather worker stuff. I get some bonuses, but
Yeah, and also too, you guys then have to make the journey back here as opposed to going somewhere else and do the trade and just a lot of things.
Yeah.
We like to promise extraordinary profits, and then just take the stuff and go. Like that's more.
as far as I can see, like the Green Drag is in Milnar, so we'll have to travel through Hornar Mjorn to get to Milnar. So it's not like out of the way, provided that's
Mhm.
the direction we go. You know.
Yeah.
But I digress. Yes. Okay. So I think yes, we're good. We don't need any more potions.
Nope.
Cool.
cool.
I'm just happy I converted some spider venom into potions of resistance. So who's holding the potions of resistance?
I guess you, buddy.
They just smash all over the floor. Poison resistance? I have that naturally, by the way. I'm a dwarf.
This is acid
So-
resistance, wasn't it? Or are those the same thing?
It's acid. They're different.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll take.
We had what? 4 of them?
5.
All right.
5 of them?
I
Yeah, 5. Right, 5. All right.
yeah.
Oh, I should add these potions to my.
I mean, someone should add these potions. I don't know who, but someone should.
Well, I meant the 2 I just bought.
Oh yeah, and buddy.
Josh, what do my potatoes think about all the plant growth I've been casting?
You're wasting the plant growth on these people. Why don't you use it on us?
Mhm.
Next time.
What do you mean next time?
Next time.
Damn.
Ah. Okay. I said, all right. So we'll just keep that roll for the meeting event, just because I assume that other than potions, there's nothing else y'all do in the city.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys wait a couple days, and Galena and in her party of advisors are going to leave to meet with Flintstride. So you guys will accompany her, and you make it to the meeting place. As you arrive, you can see a ton of tents and encampments. I mean, it looks like he brought as many of his tribe as he could to be there. And go ahead.
It's like Lollapalooza.
So as you guys go through winding road, and you can winding path, and you can see, there's a lot of what sounds like almost a celebration. You can see different areas where there's like giant sandworms that are being roasted. A lot of people who are having a lot of events. Let's go ahead and change the audio for this, what we're having as well.
Time to fight.
It could be more upbeat, but whatever. That's what we'll go with. So it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, it's almost overwhelming. But as you guys make the trek through the encampments towards where Flintstride is, Galena kind of looks almost worried about what is happening, and she kind of looks over at Durek, and she says, "You've been treated with him before, yes?"
Of course.
Is he reasonable?
We're about to find out. I think that in this case, everyone shall be aligned. So, hope for the best, expect the worst.
You know what? You want to give me a persuasion or whatever you think it might be? I'll give you advantage.
Not great. 13.
She doesn't seem swayed one way or another. So as you guys make it towards the middle of the encampment, you can see there's a large tent, and you can see that there is Flintstride, who is sitting at a table with a few of what look like his advisors. And as Galena comes through, he just kind of looks, maybe not menacingly, but just stares with no emotion as you all and Galena and her advisors step forward. And he says, "Well, I'm glad that you could make it." And she looks at all of you, and she looks at him, and she says, "Well, let's get on with it." So, I'm going to have a request from all of you. What way and what can each of you do to help make this meeting go smoothly? Who can you speak with? What can you do? Even if it's just something like to get people's minds off of whatever fucking tragedies in the back, like what can you do to make this an enjoyable meeting for everybody?
I start talking about all the great crops that are now growing to help feed this army.
I like it.
I supply beer. I start unloading my backpack. I'm just pouring bottles out. It's all ice cold, by the way. There's some magic there, but it's fine.
Question: would these tribes know about like the Dracolich and the blight and all that stuff? Is that something they would know about?
So maybe. It depends. The leaders would know of its existence, so you could ask, you could bring it up with them. But overall, it is not the primary concern.
Right. I guess my question is, do they know about the Dracolich?
They know of its existence. They don't know about it in the same vein that you guys. That makes sense.
Okay.
Like, they don't know about any spreading blight or corruption. That's not a concern. If that helps.
I mean, to be fair, Avalor also doesn't know in the same sense we do. So
Yeah, I
But
guess I'm more.
I guess
I was more so.
they're even more removed than he is.
Okay. I guess I was more so thinking about talking about how the existence of this black dragon can bring back the Dracolich, and then they're helping contribute to, like the grand venture of
Admittedly, The
saving.
existence of the Black Dragon is not what is bringing back this Black Dracolich.
I don't know anything. Oh wait, it's supposed to give us power to fight the Dracolich, right? Is that kind of the thought?
That is correct.
Okay.
And stolen power from the Black Dragon may have been what allowed the Dracolich to return in the way that it is, but it's not the existence of the dragons.
Okay. Well, then I'm not going to use that. That's just. I don't know. I guess I would just try to use my powers of persuasion to kind of talk about the hundreds of years they've been getting picked off by. Well, actually, how long's the Black Dragon been there?
200.
200 years.
Hundreds, yeah.
Yeah. So the hundreds of years they've been getting.
hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds of years they've been getting picked off by the Black Dragon, and how, once we've moved against the Black Dragon and killed them, they can reclaim the desert and it can be theirs again. And...
Yeah, and I'll certainly jump on that bandwagon and just remind everyone what a great job these little dudes coming in here and knocking out one of the two big bads of the region, and just it's been long enough. It's time.
What about Dorian?
I'm struggling to find something I can do that's even remotely relevant. So instead of, I'm just gonna start regaling the warriors in these various hunts I've gone onto in detaining criminals, talking about stories about how they've hidden in alleys, used minor magic items to transform into rats, and then I've had my companion Pixel use the summon familiar to change him to various other alternate familiar forms. He turns into a hawk to describe the story of how he chased down one guy who kept escaping by wild shaping into rats and going down to tunnels. I don't know.
Okay, you know what? What I'm gonna do is this, because of the specificity of these stories that you that you gave me. I'll give you if you give me a persuasion check with advantage.
29.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, no, we'll say that you're able to go through, and although a lot of the different B2 might not know exactly, like some of them that don't that aren't from Wanderer's Rest, right, might not know what an alleyway is. A lot of things that they're not quite picking up. However, based off of your excitement and the entire stories, there's a lot of them that are listening to you. They're really excited, and you are definitely able to help make this a lot more of a successful meeting. There's a lot less animosity going on just based off of not just your stories, but the entire party here giving their 2 cents.
All right.
So,
and I conclude with, and that's druids
also,
make tricky as thieves.
They're all drunk because I did them all beer. So
they've all been drinking.
yeah.
All right. So I guess the next question is, from the party's perspective, is there any sort of tactic that you think should be utilized for the armies? For instance, their time of day that you want them to go forward. Do you want them to try and make some sort of sneak attack? Like bring the forces at a specific time of day? Do they want to try to announce it, make it a formal battle? How do you think the battle should go in order to draw the attention of the army for you to get to the Black Dragon?
My gut says they should
Full
do what they
frontal
did last time. Well, they should do what they did last. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
if you just come at them with like 3 times the force or whatever, it's gonna be like, why is this? But if it's just like a skirmish like they did before, it'll just be like, all right, here we go again. But then you can like slowly, kind of like start piling on, but not just like tipping your hand immediately.
Like basically just try and replay the events that happened when the two alliances broke without breaking the alliance?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there a time of day that you want this to happen?
Well, I feel like night was the original. Weren't we thinking night for something? I'm trying to remember.
The dragon goes back to its
Yes.
lair at night.
Yep. Because then we want to be able to hit him at night when he's at his lair, because then we know where he is. All right, that was the plan. So I think we want to draw them at night.
Makes sense.
I feel like we'd be leaning on their generals a lot too, because I feel like they've kind of experienced this, right? So what was the most effective ways to draw them out? And like, I guess it'd be part of it would be like, hey, this is our objective. We're looking at nighttime.
Mhm.
Like, how do you guys think will be most effective to draw them out? And what do you think? Like, how do you want to conduct this siege? So.
So essentially, what I'm trying to get is the goal from you guys on like the type of battle that you want and about the time of day. If you want, I can give you a list of the options that you have before you if you wanted to go that way.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
So, the first option is to engage in full siege. You take all the armies and go full force. During the day is obviously better for the fighters because they can see, but they wouldn't be able to. Obviously, that would mean that it wouldn't be happening at night, but also if they're going full force, they're relying on the dragon and on Dragon Rider to inform the army so that they are met. So there's no way for them to know that they're actually marching other than relying on them. They also have the ability to try and do a more tactical approach where they send a bunch of small parties through. Sending the small parties kind of in their mind would alert the Dragon Riders armies that there are these forces that are coming, and would hopefully get them to rally their troops and then eventually bring that towards a full force battle, drawing them all over time, but probably more assuredly because there's more true. It's trickling in as opposed to just bringing the full forces. So essentially, doing the first way would almost kind of like shock and awe type thing. They're not ready for them, so they might have a tactical advantage, but they might not draw all of the armies. The second way would take a little longer, but they believe would draw all the armies. Then there's the approach of trying to do more of kind of a, a stealthy approach in what they believe at night, when there is not the dragon is not able to alert the forces that there are people coming, and at that point they would have to hope that they know where different pockets of the tribe is and kind of attack them one at a time.
But that doesn't bring them out of their camps, right? That doesn't bring them away from.
That's correct. Attacking at night is the hardest way to get them out of their camps.
Okay.
And draw the
Seems
forces. However, it's probably the least dangerous for the army.
I'm like an option 2.
Yeah. I
Option
also would
two
be
is-
curious. I think I would
ahead.
also be curious to see like what. The thing is, I don't want to commit their people to die. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, hey, here's what we're gonna do. You might lose some people, or you might lose a lot of people. But this is what we're doing. Versus, what do you guys think is best?
Hey man, war is war.
I was just
People
gonna
come
say,
down.
like, casualties are to be expected.
Yeah.
I think they
Uh,
know that full well going into this.
Option two
Because-
seems like the best way to empty the camps too. Yeah, I think option two is probably the best.
All right. We have full consensus or majority consensus here.
Sure.
I agree.
All right. And the last thing is there any sort of consideration from the party on the aftermath of does the party even care? Does they have any input on what should happen afterwards? Part of, and those being what to do with those who follow Dragon Rider, and what happens with this current alliance with the two leaders.
I feel like this alliance should then be permanent because their threat is gone. As far as prisoners or captives, I think you're going to have to interrogate them one by one, deeply and individually, to see if they can be reintegrated back, and the ones that can't can be put down a sandworm shaft. They make it out, they make it out. They give them like that challenge that is almost insurmountable, but by some miracle you pull it off, you're out.
Yeah, honestly, I'd leave it up to the tribes to
Yeah, I don't.
do whatever their customs dictate. If there's one thing this party is great at, it's the aftermath of the things that we do.
You're not thinking about them. Yeah.
All right. All right. Okay, and so assuming that they go with plan 2, which is the the drawn out tactical approach in order to draw everyone out, is the intention of the party to spend that time to try and go around without being detected and approach at night, or are they going to help out with any of the tactical assaults?
I think go around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't
Are
think
we planning?
we should waste a resource. We're fighting a dragon.
Yeah. Are we planning on windwalking there, or is that's no? Well, you probably want to save that spell slot, right?
I'd like to.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do they have anybody who can cast Windwalk on us?
Not if they're trying to save their troops with the different assaults that are going on, because the long drawn out battle should not be as many casualties as the full out assault.
Do they have juvenile sandworms we can ride through the desert quickly to get to our destination?
Now
No.
we're talking. Oh, come on.
It's still just
Well, it turns out I have ancient dwarven secrets that are.
Oh, here we go, buddy.
yeah. There's actually just a dwarven like sand crawler that he just pulls out. But
Can I roll to see if there's a secret dwarven stronghold that connects to where the dragon lives that he doesn't know about?
We can roll. We can roll for tunnels. We'll not lean in on a stronghold. We can roll for tunnels.
Whoa, that a history check or something?
Yeah, give me a history check.
All right.
Can I help?
16. That's fine.
We'll say that you know of some tunnels that might allow you to get there without having to worry about running into armies.
I feel like the word "might" is doing a lot
Yeah.
of heavy lifting here, but you know.
That
Secret
Tunnel
should,
Tunnel
tunnels
is
is
my
should
armies.
better? Do you like should?
I mean, look, with my knowledge,
Extensively?
I will put the option on the table for the group to decide yay or nay. But there are old tunnels. You know, they probably haven't been used in hundreds of years, but that could get us closer to where the actual dragon's lair is.
So the chance of those being occupied by sandworms now.
It's 90%. It's fine.
Yeah. We get to the dragon at half health and half spell slots.
Let's go.
So, I mean, admittedly, right? If you're gonna go through tunnels and don't need to worry about the armies, do you need the armies to be drawn out then?
I'm gonna stay with the army and help them draw out the dragon. It's fine.
Because Barley's the guy who does all the damage is gonna stay behind.
No,
Okay.
that's fine.
He's not
Right.
drawing out. They're not drawing out the dragon. They're drawing out the other Leonin
Oh, I'm
armies.
sorry, the other, yeah.
Well,
They'll-
ostensibly,
they'll
right?
also
Like
need
the
my
way
help for
everything,
that
the way that everything was described is a lot of the dragon will come out with the armies during the day, and then at night goes back to his lair.
So I feel like we could still fight the
You sleepy boy.
dragon as long as, like, in an army, like, there's always, like, there's the Achilles, like, you know, there's always, like, the real fight going on, and then the armies are fighting. So we could just fight them during the day and just have our army post up against their army.
Somehow,
Right,
I
like-
don't think he's gonna get close enough to allow that to happen.
But he fights with the army, I heard.
Ah,
Right? So if we fight him, like, the thing is, he can't let resurrection happen, right? So he is going to come with the army to put that shit down. I feel like building this army only to send them off to die is upsetting.
I feel like Josh has built a layer with a lot of layer actions. And
And
I
I don't,
mean,
I
listen.
don't want to go there. Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%.
But, like- But like, what is worse, fighting a dragon when there's also like 12 other fucking dudes right behind you that are trying to attack you?
yeah, but they're lame.
1200.
They're lame ass dudes.
Yeah.
And also they're lame dudes. And also we have our own army, right? Like, that's the whole thing. The armies fight each other, and then we fight the dragon outside the fucking lair.
Well, how?
I mean, listen. Ultimately, this is up to you all, right? Whatever you want.
I guess
I am ready
I
for
don't
both
feel
options.
I don't feel great about coughing up this army to another army. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, I think the point is, it's not like they're gonna run out and just get murdered. It's gonna be an actual fight. Like, this isn't necessarily a death sentence for them. It's literally them doing their part in a war that, you know, they need to also contribute to win.
No, but
And I think if the dragon's a
the
part of
The
that,
dragon's there though. The dragon is gonna fucking murder all of them. That's what I'm saying. Like,
well, that was but we're pushing at night, so the dragon's supposed to be in his lair at night, so that when the skirmish breaks out for everyone to meet, the dragon's going to be in the lair, and then we're going to attack the dragon in the lair.
Okay. So this may be the three options that you guys have before you, right? Is, you know, the
then we don't need the,
full
we
up
don't need
bum
the
rush.
army. Yeah, we don't need the army if we're attacking at night. We just go fuck him up
Well-
in his fucking hole. Like,
no,
The concern is if
he-
we go
No.
fight him in the lair, the army will come in and assist him while we're in the lair.
Also,
Armies-
the concern
armies
is
are
getting
not that
through
fast.
the army.
because
The idea is
the army
getting-
camps outside his hole. Like,
So I mean, it's not that the entire
Oh,
army
wait.
is, right? It's a bunch of roaming tribes. Like it's tribes
what I'm
as a
saying.
bunch of roaming people.
let's
The
put
idea is
this-
to draw them all out so you don't have to worry about
yeah,
going through
but
them to get
so
to the dragon.
let's
lair.
put this in relative D&D speak, right? So the average battle in D&D, 24 seconds, right? Like, I don't like if we bum rush a black dragon in his hole, we don't have to give two shits about an army, guys. Like 24 seconds
Right.
is the average fight, right? Like we're not in
It's-
there for a long
It's
So
time.
not about the 24 seconds of fight. It's the 3 days journey towards the Black Dragon through all of these different Leonin. Right? It's like
Yep.
basically Sam and Frodo going to Mordor.
So that's what I'm saying. So, but we seem to have, and again, maybe I missed something, but right. So they're gonna attack at night while we're close enough to
Well,
go to the
No.
dragon. But that's
no,
what I'm saying.
and that's
not
what I'm
gonna
getting ready to
happen.
clarify.
Okay,
Yeah, that's what I wanted to clarify. The whole idea here is, right, you have the 3 options. The first being that it's just a, full scale send the army and, kind of like signal to them, hey, they are, they have this army marching towards the Black Dragon's lair. The other army will come and meet them, and over the course of a few days, they will fight while you guys go to the Black Dragon's lair. Number 2 is the kind of draw them out tactically, which will allow them to go through and kind of pick out different encampments, get the army to come and meet them while the army is getting raised. You guys will try and sneak past while they are all focused on, let's say, the threat to the left while you guys are trying to go around to the right. The other one is for them to try and make like essentially a little assassination mission every night, and the idea for you guys to then try and sneak through while that's happening with the chaos of those assassination missions while going through only solely fighting at night.
You said number 3 was the most costly to the army.
Number 1 is probably the most costly to the army. Number 3 is going to take the most time and is the most likely to not succeed for you guys.
Gotcha.
Next, my understanding was the reason we decided to do the army push was because if we were going by ourselves, we would be detected, and then they would send people out to us.
Yeah, I thought you were doing number 2 as well.
Yeah, that's
That's
what I.
yeah.
Right, the tactical
It-
push.
it's-
Yeah.
So two's not night then. It's literally just over
Yeah,
a
two-
few days of like.
Yeah, 2 is like just tactical, like, oh, we send in a small force here and a small force here, and then we come back. as
Harass
opposed
the
to
crap
just,
out of them.
yeah, correct.
Okay.
Right. The idea being that you guys were told that the somehow whenever they try to send contingencies towards the dragon, they were found out what they believe magical means because they tried to use magic to conceal their identities. They were found and no one had. So the idea being that something needs to distract not only the troops but the dragon as well. So there needs to be some sort of other. I mean, honestly, just genuinely think about it like fucking, the Return of the King. You guys are the hobbits. And you guys need a force of Gondor to distract the eye. But how you do that
I'm
is up to
Frodo.
you.
No, I'm Sam. You guys can be Frodo.
Sam was the hero.
True. Sam was the hero.
I'm the
Gollum.
Eagles.
I think no matter what, we're coughing up our lean-in buddies to battles they cannot win, right? Because they're still undermatched in these skirmishes, right?
Only against the dragon. The reason why they're undermatched currently is because they have two different tribes that are refusing to work together, and instead of actually trying to fight them, which they don't want to do because they don't want to kill all the other Leonin, right? They're kind of playing a game of cat and mouse of just trying to hide from them. The
Gotcha.
only thing that they cannot match is the power of the dragon itself.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the whole reason to negotiate these.
No, which is fine. I thought they
Future,
were
yeah.
still undermatched. I just felt bad coughing them up to the dragon. But
I mean, they.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, we've
that's
also been
fair, right?
transparent
Dragon-
with them too.
But
Like they know what they're getting themselves into.
yeah, and I also feel like we're still coughing up to the dragon because the dragon is likely to join some of the earlier battles,
Yes.
right? Like we are literally coughing up the Leonin to die. So
Well,
Yeah.
we gotta
So I mean,
make
but
a
yeah, I
moment.
mean, it is a valid strategy to go in on the front lines and also fight the dragon there. I've given you guys, I have given that to you as an option. You can
Yeah,
do that if you want to.
I don't like. Do we need like subterfuge?
He-
Like we're sacrificing a lot of innocence to accomplish a mission that we can accomplish directly.
So he said when we do that direct attack, that's going to be the most costly to our Leonin army. That's why we didn't do that one.
I think
'Cause they're gonna
the
need-
thing is,
No, I think you said the assassination missions were the most. No, those
No,
are the most time consuming. Never mind. Never mind.
Most
Time
time consuming and least likely to work for
work.
subterfuge
Also, what
because
the
it's
fuck-
not going to be a distraction.
What the fuck does that guy know? First of all, like you're talking about what God knows, but fuck that guy. Like we have brains. Like
I will say, right? These are what the the different like essentially think of it like you have different generals and war masters who are giving you the options of
Yeah,
what
if
they
we-
believe, right? You
if-
have one guy saying, "I think you should do this, and this is what I
If
believe," and
we-
the other's like, "I
if-
think you should do this."
if like picture just two armies rolling up on each other and then we engage with the dragon, it's not going to be, unless we fail, it's not going to be killing anyone else, right? And we've already determined from God, like eye in the sky, that the Leonin can match up against the other Leonin. So I just feel like it's the most direct way to deal with our problem. Whereas if we try to sneak around while they're engaging it, it is going to be engaging them for days and days and days while we sneak through, right? Like we are going to toast up a bunch of fucking Leonin in the process. Like I don't feel great
they're gonna
about that.
I think just because we're there doesn't mean a bunch of lean and they're gonna get toasted.
But they're gonna get toasted for sure if we're not there. Like if we're there, we can intervene. We can bull rush the dragon, right? It's gonna be dealing with us and not them. If we're not there, it for sure is gonna be dealing with them because we are fucking crawling through the desert somewhere on our hands and knees. Like I don't
Listen,
love.
there
Yeah,
is
I don't
there
love
is
the background plan.
well, the other thing too is, I mean, we're 5 people out of the thousands that are going to be marching. Like we might be stronger than the people we're marching with, but that doesn't mean the dragon's not just going to keep flying around and blowing the army up.
Okay,
and on
maybe-
top of that,
maybe
too-
we're in the front. Like
Well, even still,
but it
5
doesn't-
people in the front of thousands. And the other thing too, on top of that, is there is another option where we could do it on the first. Well, no, because not everybody's pulled out. Yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out how to do it with like less fucking Catboy casualties, because it seems like we're putting them on a shelf to get fucking blown down at this
And
point, guys. Like,
You're also just kind of assuming that these people who have been dealing with a dragon in their territory for hundreds of years don't know how to like have tactics against it.
I mean, I guess that's true.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I feel like the
take cover
tactic
and
is
be-
fucking run away. They avoid it, by the way. Like, yeah, like it's hard
I
to
understand.
marshal. Like, we're talking about a martial army, right? It's hard to line up for a martial battle while also running away from a dragon.
Well, that's why option 2 isn't that. It's small little
But
skirmishes.
every
taking
small
out
skirmish has
teams.
a dragon in it. That's what I'm saying. Like they
Mhm.
all die. They all lose and die. Right? Because there's no reason for the dragon to stay at home because we're poking at his army, right? We've already determined he
Well,
is going to be in all of
that-
those
that-
martial
But since
skirmishes.
they're small scales, that's the whole point. Is does the dragon really go hard at something and turn its attention to something when he's got ground troops and tribes to take care of that?
I feel like yes, but I mean, yeah.
That's why I still think option 2 is the best option.
I think either way, either we're on the front lines or sneaking around, we're gonna lose. There's gonna be a bunch of cat people
Lost.
dead. So it's. I mean, honestly, we could leave it up to them. Let them decide what they think's the best, and then
I'm
go
just saying,
that route. But
I would feel better if there were cat people dying and we were shoulder to shoulder with them rather than not on the battlefield. Like, we can say
Listen,
the dragon's most likely not going to show up, and the dragon does show up, and they all fucking die. Like, I'd rather have the opportunity
they're
to
gonna
intervene.
get bolstered with all the captives.
Okay, that's a zero-sum humanity strategy that does not matter to the individual person getting fucking roasted.
able- They'll be able to
Yeah,
procreate, make more
But
litters
these
of
are
kittens.
warriors defending their homeland, right? So at the end of the day, this is the higher purpose.
I think everyone
Yeah,
is
we're
very
we're,
willing
vi-
to
we're
cough up
visitors here.
other people to die.
I mean,
Why don't you
oh,
guys
we're
go
gonna
fucking
be-
die? Yeah, like,
But we're
But
going to be the
we
ones.
get to lead this. They get to live here. Like,
they also. It's not like we're making the decision for them. Like we're having this conversation. These 3 options have been presented, and they're either agreeing to it or not. Like, we're not making them do it. We're not actually hiding anything from them. So it's one of those things where it's like, hey, this is the plan. We're gonna sneak around and fight this thing in this cave. You guys are gonna get blasted for 3 days, and they're like, cool, let's do it. I mean, ultimately, we're not putting their people
Throwing
up.
them into-
We're letting them
yeah.
know what they are. This is what we think is the best option, and they're gonna be like, okay, yeah, let's do it. So it's not.
Okay.
I mean, people, they're gonna die. Like, there's gonna be death, and that sucks.
Of
But
course.
I mean,
There always is. It's war.
yeah.
I feel like being a distraction versus a participant feels different. But listen, I've never been in a war, so maybe it's the same thing.
So option 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's already engaged. I'm just.
Option 2, and you guys are going to then go to the lair.
Yes.
Also fighting a
Yes.
dragon in its lair. Jesus fucking Christ.
On top of it. There's more treasure.
There's also more death. That's fine.
Listen, if it makes you feel any better, all right, I may have made lair actions for the lair, but also war actions that are the equivalent of lair actions. So either way, you were fucked.
Yeah.
This dragon's a bitch. We're gonna be fine either way. So
Honestly, probably. I'm probably underestimating you guys again.
to be fair, you overestimated us last battle, and a party member died. So
Also, to be fair, he's never seen me in combat, and I've never seen me in combat, so there's a real wild
I'm sorry.
card here.
Was there a TPK last time?
no.
Well, then I did not
That's
overestimate you.
That's only because you pulled back, though.
I didn't
you
pull back.
aced. I'm gonna play you back the story. It's fine. You aced a party member, and you're like, and then he
Shit.
died.
Wasn't did
I-
Fritos
He
die by like 1 HP too or something
He
like
was
that?
he
Yeah,
was
the-
already really fucking close to death because we
That's
kept
just-
asking like, how does he
that's-
look like?
That's just what Josh wants you guys to think. He had
No, he
800 hit
was.
points left.
No. God.
All right, we're going. We're sneaking. All the cat boys are dying.
See, the real trick is not to even track enemy HP at all, and you just choose a point where it's the
Yeah, of
reasonably
course.
dramatic.
Where it's it's
Follow the rule, cool. Wait till it.
What you
seems
don't
right.
know is that this alternate world that we're in is actually just hell, and no matter what we do, everyone dies. And this is our punishment for not saving Big Water or something. I don't know.
This is your punishment for
bigger-
fucking with the
bigger
kobold
water.
encampment. All of y'all fucked with the kobolds, you're gonna pay, damn it. I'm sorry, Roddy, you have to pay for their transgressions.
The final session will
Alright.
just be Jode waking up being like, "What a weird dream."
Did I make what I thought I made?
I'm gonna.
Alright.
I don't think I've ever in my years of playing D&D. I don't think I've ever fought a dragon before.
It's
Really?
I'm
literally
so
in the
sorry
straight
that
up.
this fucking amalgamation of a dragon is what you're gonna fight then.
It just dawned on me that I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever actually fought a dragon before.
Giddy up, buddy.
Have you ever
My
gone
very
in a
first
dungeon?
game, my buddy and I snuck into a dragon's cave to try to steal an egg at level 2, and we were instantly killed. And that was the only experience I ever had with it.
Mistakes were
We-
made.
We
Yeah.
almost fought a dragon, except that we didn't really.
No,
We fought the White Dragon.
We went through
We were gonna
one,
kick her ass,
like-
but then we felt bad.
We went through 2 rounds of combat and then talked it out. So
But we
No, I mean
we
it
spent a-
surrendered. You killed.
we spent
you
a lot of time
basically killed it.
preparing. Yeah, we knew exactly how to kick her ass. So, you know.
we know how to kick
Um,
this dragon's ass
double.
too. We climb over the pile of Leonin corpses, just sky high, so we get to face level.
All right. So, after the long discussion with not only the 2 tribal leaders and the war masters, you guys have determined that the best option is to do the tactical assault in order to draw the army out, and after the army has started becoming drawn out, to then try and sneak your way into the dragon's lair. Now,
So hold on.
the next-
So
go ahead.
I just want to make sure. So the Leonin are 100% on board with this plan, or something like. This is for character development. Like the War
Right
Master,
now-
the War Masters, the Leonin who live in this world, who are like, this is an A+ fucking plan. Like, we are gonna.
They came up with it.
So
not
these
us.
were the different plans that were brought to you
Uh-huh.
in order
So
to
what
determine.
did they think though? Because we are.
Well, one of the
amateurs.
War Masters thinks that is the correct plan, right? What happened was you had a bunch of people come before you and present their plans. You think that this is the best one. This is the one that you are going to present to the
all
new
the-
leaders.
All the plans that were presented to us, every single one of them had us sneaking around. None of them had us on the front line. So the three plans that we got were from the Thénons.
It just seems weird.
So-
'Cause the best plan is just for us to be on the front lines and.
Well,
okay.
to be fair, and I will say the plans were brought with the idea of you guys sneaking around, right? That when you guys had the last session, when you guys were talking about it,
Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah.
finding a force. So
I'm
if
sorry,
you
and I
want
know
to
we-
present
I know
a
we talked
different
about-
option,
No, I know we talked about this already, so I'm not going to present a different option. So I'm
yeah,
sorry.
if you, I mean, you can if you want to, right? No one's gonna be like, oh, how fucking dare you? You can if you want to present a different option. That can be spoken out. We can talk that through. But the plans that were brought before you were all involved you sneaking around, and with that being the goal of you sneaking around to, attack the dragon, with surprise. These are the options that they came up with.
Would you guys be mad if I stayed on the skirmish team?
It would not increase our odds of winning.
I'm sure everybody would die at that point.
Fine. Okay. I just think if the dragon stays in its hole, then A+. But I have a feeling that's not going to happen, and we're going to be waiting for the dragon to return after, and it's got like just a whole bunch of Leonin dripping out of its mouth.
How many,
That's good.
Josh? How many days do they think it's going to take to draw the whole army off the camp? With Plan 2, like, is it a day? Is it a 3-day mobilization?
Like it'll probably take close to draw the whole army. The whole army probably won't be drawn for a few days. I mean, it's going to take days to get people to move over the desert, right? It's going to take you guys 3 days, like, doing nothing but marching. It'll probably take the army close to double that. The idea being that you guys should be able to sneak around them, and they're not right on alert, right? They're not looking for.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Also, any plan where you assume that your enemy is an idiot is doomed to fail, by the way. Like, we believe that we're going to be attacking this enemy army, and they're going to be like, no one's nearby, it's fine. No one's going after the dragon. Okay, it's fine. Alright, here we go. Roll it up.
Josh would not give us an encounter where we just walk in with thumbs up our asses. Hopefully.
No, I'm saying
no.
this is real life, right? I don't think you fight a war where you assume your enemy is a fucking idiot.
Correct.
But there's a lot of abstraction in D&D, so our enemy, in fact, is an idiot.
Dragons are
As
dragons are
of
very
right
smart.
now, I just want to make sure that we're on board with that's what the plan is.
I'm throwing this out there because Josh is going to fuck
Josh
us
is going
over.
to kill off like 80%
Yeah,
of
Josh,
them, and
no,
then
Josh is
regardless
gonna
of what
fuck
we
us
do
over
stuff.
because he knew we were coming. Because the dragon's not an idiot, and when we started attacking the camp, he knew it was up. So I'm gonna throw it out there now. The dragon will know we're coming, and will have the upper hand on us.
All right.
Oh,
well,
now we
Mark,
know,
I think the fact is, I think-
we know that he knows. Let's
Yeah,
go.
So what is our plan though? That we know that he knows. Yeah.
Well, we
Nothing.
we
We're
knew
gonna
he knew he was going to know going
take it as it
in. We knew
comes.
he was going to detect us. The point was the bigger threat was south. He's not going to send an army after 5 people versus 12,000 or whatever they're sending. So, because he's got magical detection anyway, so it's one of those things where it's like he's going to know we walk in, but I doubt we're going to have to deal with an army.
Okay. All right, we're fine. It's fine. We run in guns blazing. Come on. I make a big net.
I mean, I guess the biggest question that I have for you guys then is really going to be so that's the plan.
I pass out a potion of acid resistance 45 minutes before we reach the door of the dragon den.
Good time.
Guys, we have more things to do. We're not there yet. I'm sorry. Y'all thought you were fighting a dragon today. It is not happening.
Boo.
God damn it. Boo this man.
Listen,
Give us
if
a
y'all
montage,
really
Josh.
want, all right. Listen, if y'all really want, right? We can just do D&D next week and fight the dragon. So that's the decision that you made. With that being the case, you need to convince Blindstride and Stormcaller of this plan.
I think Barley's the perfect candidate.
I'm gonna opt. I don't believe in the plan, so I feel like, I mean, I can convince anyone of anything, but that's fine.
He's
Can
got
I
a
just
high
roll
charisma.
persuasion?
Yes.
I have a very high charisma.
I mean, I only have a plus 10 to
I know,
persuasion,
I know.
but since
I
I
only
can't
have-
roll over.
I have a
into
plus
constitution-
13, so
Plus 13.
Jesus
Yeah, no, that's you. Yeah,
yeah.
Why you
My
even
plus
ask the
0
question?
ain't going.
yeah. I'm plus 7, so you are
I
substantially
mean,
better than me.
it's not even just plus 13. It's minimum 23.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Um,
this is a big consideration, right? Every single thing that Will has been saying of, well, we're going to lose all these troops. Like, why is this the best option? Why aren't you fighting with front lines? Are all the questions that they're asking you. So, if you can give me a
You do,
really
you
good
want me to,
reason.
do you want me to play the other side of this? Because I'd be happy to. John, 'cause
Honestly, you were already
I
doing
feel
it.
like I was so
feel like we just had
happy.
this conversation.
Well, I sat here going through my fucking list, and I was like, God damn, this is fantastic.
I don't
All right.
I don't love the plan. Yeah.
Okay, so I present the plan,
Yeah.
and tell them what I think we're planning on doing, and then I guess I would need them to respond, and then I can jump in. But I basically I would just say, hey, we're planning on option 2 based on this War Master's plans.
All right.
What
so,
say
I mean,
you?
the first question from Red Galena is going to be, well, and why is this the best option? Isn't this just going to allow the dragon to attack our troops?
Yes.
My,
The dragon's gonna
my
track your
understanding
troops
is
no matter what.
I can
My
do
understanding
this,
is
Josh.
whatever
Hey,
option-
Tag me in, buddy.
my understanding is whatever option we choose, the dragon's going to attack. Whether it's options 1 through 3, there's a very good chance that the dragon's going to meet your forces at some point. This isn't going to be a,
But this is the plan that has the long drawn out option, yes? This is at least double the amount of time that he can attack our troops while you find your way into his hole.
Option
Was it-
3 was triple the
Yeah,
amount of time.
that's right.
it wasn't option. Sorry, it wasn't option 1. Option 1 was the most dangerous for their troops, wasn't it? The shock and awe.
Yeah,
That,
yeah, it was
that,
a
that,
shock
that,
and
that's
awe
what the War Master said. That is correct.
Okay.
And 3 was the longest
Actually-
amount of time, but least likely to work.
Can you also
Well-
can you remind me why shock and awe was the worst? Because you said they're going to have less mobilization with shock and awe. So why is shock and awe worse for their troops than?
It's not. I
Option
really
2.
feel like that's the best option. Like,
The
Yeah.
idea being that because they're all congregated in one area as they go forward, not only could they be easily surrounded from the mobilization of the other troops, but they would have a dragon that would just have a line of troops ready to go fucking at them.
But we are there though. That's what I'm saying. And if the dragon focuses on them, we are focused on them. That's what I'm like. Again, average fight.
Again, this plan was
24
these
I know,
plans
and I
were
feel
based
bad
off of
that
the
I-
original plan
I
of
was-
you guys
I
thinking
was
through.
in-
If you
I
want
was-
to alter the plan, that's
I was
fine.
in a stupor, so I'm not
Yeah.
happy.
No,
But
no, and don't feel bad. We can change it. This is
it's just like 24 seconds. We can put a dragon down, guys. Like, there's
Yeah.
only so much. Like,
I-
I would rather pony them up, make lines, let the dragon come in, and fuck that motherfucker up, rather than literally put these people up for 3 days against a dragon they have no chance against, over and over and over again.
But like, what are the odds he just like flies away when he's like, "Oh shit, these guys are actually good, and not these dumb idiot cats." Like,
Right, and then
what is
we-
preventing
and-
him from
and
just
then we-
leaving?
And then we mush the army, and then we just walk in like G's and fuck his day up. Like, the thing is, like, we know that army to army, we can hold, right? Because the debilitating factor is the dragon. We can beat a dragon can beat them, and our army can beat their army, right? So either the dragon leaves and we walk through them, or the dragon doesn't, and we kill the dragon.
Well, there's a third option too. He doesn't touch the ground. He keeps just doing passes. So
No.
it's literally he just
Oh,
stays in the air
That's my
and
favorite.
just blows
baby.
up the troops.
I got it. Like, I got real far range. Actually, I think farther than dragons. So.
Right, but then it's only one person hitting. I mean, yeah. I think if,
no matter what, there's death and destruction. But I just feel like fighting a battle, right, where you are clashing with the enemy and someone is fighting the enemy's dragon is better than you are literally just a distraction. We coughed you up to buy time for us to walk around them. I guess feels different to me.
well, I mean, yeah, but it's basically it sucks, but it's setting up two troops to have for distraction to go take out their nuke.
Yeah.
It's,
And again, it's
because the
probably,
nuke is the
like,
problem.
Well, 100%. Like the B is the best strategy for like a war, right? Like if I was a general in a war, I'd be like, yes, that's the best strategy, right? You're moving pawns on a board, but barley is like the pawns have impact, so.
And
like,
I guess
he
there's
feels bad about coughing up, leaning into the cause. Yeah.
the issue is
too,
too, if we're on the front lines in front of a full army, that we're basically using the shotgun at that point, which means the dragon's out there blowing up a shit ton of people. There's no guarantee he's going to pay attention to us. He could just move off and start blowing off other parts of the army, so people could still be dying. It's one of those things where we might even have to do this later, but we're not going to have the distraction. We're going to have to deal with other forces if he's going around blowing up the rest of the army.
I guess the question:
So,
can we get the dragon's attention? I feel like
You're
we
asking
can,
me?
but yeah.
I mean, probably, but yeah, I don't know.
I'm okay. I guess there's good reasons to go both directions, so it's fine. And
I think the point is either way, people are going to die. But there's a good chance that we're just going to be able to face him, our team versus
by
him,
himself. Yeah.
by himself.
All right. So
So.
I will say that I've accepted that. Yeah.
Josh, I don't know. Does that count as the war room meeting?
Can we just say that was
Or
the
do you want
conversation
more?
between us and?
Yeah. I mean, fair enough.
I feel like I
So,
brought up
then-
all the same concerns they have.
Well, we have the next question.
Okay.
So Flintstride is then going to ask the party, and how is it that we determine whose army is first? Whose army goes where?
You draw straws.
Like who sends the first skirmish squad, pretty much.
Essentially, yeah, right. If so,
Yeah.
they've right. So now we have come to terms with the fact that we are sending, some armies into a meat grinder. Which army goes to the meat grinder? How do they choose who's doing that?
The real question is, which army wants to rid the land of the
Oh,
pestilence
Will,
that
I
has
love
blighted
you.
it for
I know, that was
hundreds of
literally
years?
described as a meat grinder. Jesus. I can never.
How many
I can never be in the military.
How many squads would you need to take an outpost, or to cause, like what size squads are we looking at?
It depends on the outpost, but I would probably.
What's the
send
smallest squad?
100.
Okay, how many?
A decade. Of
I mean, I would-
being in,
I would-
yes.
I mean, we could set 2 squads per each skirmish. People could contribute equally per skirmish.
So that being one of each.
Well, yeah. So it's like if there's 100 people, you said it's a fire team of 50 per, for a smaller outpost, and then you have each of their commanders working together to push to an outpost, take the outpost. But that way, not one person sending more than the other. Like, not one person is sacrificing more. It's just a
And
equal sacrifice,
would-
equal glory sort of thing.
And would it be the same for any sort of defense? There's going to be retaliation. We'd have to have a defensive force set up. Also be
Well, I'm assuming that
50-50.
are you talking about taking the post and then leaving? Are you talking about occupying the post after you've taken it, or are you talking about
They're talking
the
about
defensive-
retaliation, right? So they're going to send the squads in, and obviously then out. The idea being that at some point there's a retaliation for Dragon with their squad. Who's going, like, where are these forces going to be for the retaliation? Who's going to have those forces?
I mean, that should be equal. I'm assuming that would be the retaliation would happen on the force, right? The force would be comprised of both.
Well,
Right,
so
so-
wherever the force retreats to, right? Like, obviously, the force isn't going to retreat to the camp where everyone's at. There's be a forward encampment with the forces that go in, right?
Right, but your fobs should be moving. So, like, if you have your forward operating base set up and you're moving to a skirmish to take an outpost, your fobs should be moving forward as your troops are moving back. So then
Right.
you're at the force the whole time. So it's going to be
So the fob is
everyone.
also encompassed by 50-50.
Yes, it's going to
And
be
they're-
whatever
and
they
the-
contribute
because
to
they're
the war.
And the idea being that they have multiple fobs.
I mean, honestly, probably the safest bet to do it would have one power camp and then push the camp up. So it would be the one camp would be everybody. Then you send your skirmish squad out to do the skirmish, and then the whole entire army force moves up. In that time, this is going to take time. While the skirmish squad comes back, they'll move faster. But then they're retreating into the defensive position of the whole fucking army. Right? Does that make sense?
That does make sense. Thoughts for anyone else? Because if not, I would ask for a persuasion roll, but I assume that you're.
I might do one for funsies. 23.
All right. So, if I understand correctly, what you are describing is essentially there's going to be the forward base that is going to encompass is equal split as they can of both of the two factions. They're going to send smaller groups to do their infiltrations, and each group will also be comprised of the equivalent of 50-50 of each faction. And the idea being that because they're both going to be putting the equal amount of effort into it, that they will have the same amount of casualties.
Yes.
Now the question from Galena is going to be, and so do we not take into account the amount of resources and food that we provide? Why should our casualties be the same if we're providing the food and the food and the resources?
That was not a factor I had considered. So they're feeding both sides.
I mean, so essentially, right, and with the help of Fs, they were able to get a lot more food. But yeah, the idea was they have the actual stationary city. They're able to produce more, like they have to actually produce food. They have crops. They have the different things that they can provide for rations for the army, as opposed to relying solely on scavenging from the land. So if they're providing the resources for the army, right? The idea being that then why is it that they should have the same amount of casualties? Why is it that they have the same risk if they're providing the resource?
Out of curiosity, how much of the resource came from Fs and how much of it came from the city?
F's was one druid. The city had another 10 druids who were doing the same thing. That is their job, is to do the same damn thing. So I mean, F's obviously helped.
10%?
I think
I mean, that's a substantial amount.
at 10% of a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes.
1, 2, 3. Hold on.
Right, like it wasn't an insubstantial amount, but also like.
You're making it seem like it's insubstantial, I guess.
So I casted with the spell slots that I had plant growth 10 times. That affected 300. Hold on.
Miles.
No.
Yeah, it's the
Has to be 300 miles of plants that are.
Can we just
Actually
grow up
available,
a
right?
beanstalk to the black dragon?
All normal plants in a 100-foot radius.
You just
So,
created like 300
1,000
feet
foot-
cacti.
Guys, I just
1,000 feet of
can
radius.
we just leave the lean in behind and just go fight the army and the dragon? Like, I
I mean, then we have
Oh,
to
it's
talk
half
about
mile. Yeah,
something like
I'm sorry.
actual
If
economy.
you cast the spell over 8 hours, you enrich the land in all plants in a half-mile radius.
the army ain't shit. We
Will
got
be-
this. Like,
Yeah, but if every single army character even has a +1 to their attack rolls, like eventually 1,000 arrows striking
I don't
at us
understand.
will kill us
What are you
all.
talking? What is a +1 to attack rolls? I don't.
I'm gonna venture an argument here. I would. What's her name? Galena, right?
Can you dress up
Galena.
dress us up
Galena,
lightly and then sneak into their base?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Galena, I would argue that over the last couple hundred years, one of the biggest things that the Flintstrider clan has accused you of has been hiding away in your castle in the sand, or retreating to your castle in the sand during the last fight. I think this gives you a great opportunity to actually go down in history as contributing something real to a battle that will rid the lands. And instead of people just singing about the Flintstrider clan after this, they'll sing about your clan as well. But
Oh,
you need
yeah,
to be
call them
brothers in this.
coward.
You need to be brothers in this, and you need to be one unified front. And then they'll remember both clans.
Listen to those violins like fucking harmonizing as
Is
he's saying
this-
this.
You guys need
Is this
to.
the stick?
You need to
Is this
find.
the stick? This feels like the stick.
You need to find. No. It's a lame carrot. Like you need to find a good carrot or a stick. like glory after the battle, of which they're all gonna die.
Also, look at this practically.
Like find them a profitable reason to fight.
You guys live in a very inhospitable
Or just don't have them
environment,
fight and we just fight. It's fine.
at the mercy of an asshole that decided to become one with the dragon. We have fought dragons. You guys don't need to beat the dragon, you guys just need to cause a ruckus. Once we win, you guys can be the heroes. We're gonna fuck off, and you guys can decide who is gonna be chief of the land. But as it stands now, time is against you, and if you don't rally together to resolve this issue, you guys will be fighting over who's gonna rule over Ashes. So choose. And I storm out.
Give me, give me a persuasion, buddy. I'll give you advantage.
can I
I
help
assume
him?
Alvalo's. I assume one of y'all are helping.
Yes.
I'm
all-
anti-helping. I roll against him.
29.
It's happened twice. I'm impressed with you, buddy. You finally rolled, over a 10.
Yeah, I mean, the chaos ladder says that was bound to happen.
There's a lot of charisma in this group.
I
didn't realize-
know.
You got a +12? Jeez.
All right. So yeah, no, I think with that, Galena is willing to, despite the fact that in her mind they are providing almost all the resources for the armies.
Stop trying to nickel and dime us and let's go.
These are real considerations for the powers, all right?
Also, Josh being very generous because these are real loosey-goosey reasons to fight a war that you're pretty sure you're gonna lose.
Well,
it's
I don't know. I don't know what we can offer them in the form of carrot or stick to get them to meet 50-50 on
It's
the
more
table.
so in the long run. Your guys are all gonna die anyway.
What is
Like,
so at the end of the day, what is the dragon doing to interrupt their lives?
I mean,
What is the dragon doing? Right? What is the issue we're trying to solve? The dragon is doing X.
I mean, they used to be actual like cities and civilization. Like they've basically
and-
been
and
forced into one
they're-
place
they've
and
been
one other
reduced
nomadic
to-
tribe.
And when they
They've
were
destroyed
those,
the dwarves.
yeah,
Like,
and when they were those cities and civilizations, what do?
they They prospered as one
They
does when they have a
prospered because they
city.
traded and they made money together, right? So the dragon is an issue that we are going to. So you got to sell the solving of the issue, right?
Well, they know we're gonna. They know we're gonna. The whole point is to go kill the dragon. That's, that's the whole thing we're doing. The thing is, why she's saying, why do we have to contribute 50% since we're contributing
so
to food?
how do we make sure that this group prospers based on the percentage of effort they put in? Is the point of it, right? Like that's what she's saying, right? Like, why should we pony up more to prosper less, right? So how do we set them up to prosper more? Like, to me, right, they
In my
are
mind, it's not
receiving.
prosper less; it's prosper the same, right? But why should we waste more resources?
I mean, how
So
how
how
are
do-
we
no,
also
but
to
then
assume
also how do
that
they prosper
both sides
more
of fighters
then?
are the same
Yeah.
combative ability? Like, are we gonna go down that rabbit hole, or we're gonna start rating the relative combat effectiveness of each troop from each side? That's ridiculous. Because if you want to split hairs that way, it can go down real far. At this point, what they should do is rally upon the common goal that, yeah, in the short term one side might give more than the other, but in the long run, if they
So
can actually
I'm gonna
rebuild
put
their
I'm gonna put this in
civilization.
real life. And Roddy, you're in the military. No one joins this battle. They're all out, by the way, right? Like, if
Well,
you're not
they wouldn't have a
winning,
choice.
if you're not winning, no, they
disagree.
do have a choice. They can live exactly like they're living right now, right? That is always the fucking option.
Well, I mean, the
Oh,
troops
you
don't
mean-
have a
okay.
choice. The leaders have a choice, but the troops don't.
No, I'm saying the leaders have a choice, right? The leaders can choose to do nothing, right? So
Yeah.
every leader,
Oh, yeah.
every leader wants to win. How can we make sure that the leaders win?
They're gonna rule
Relatively.
over nothing if we don't subjugate this
No,
dragon
they're fine.
and take
They've
its
been
power.
existing for however fuck long
So,
with the dragon.
yeah,
I mean,
until the rot fucking
if they
comes
were
and then
fine,
takes
they wouldn't
over
be here.
takes over their little desert land.
Yeah,
If they were fine, they wouldn't come to the table.
If-
So it's one of those things where I mean, you press people hard enough. The thing is, too, they didn't have any hope. It's literally just one, whatever, the Glen Striders, Flint Striders, the Stormcallers, they weren't unified. So you've got a small group that can't actually rebel against who's oppressing them because it's just them. You bring them together, they now have hope, and they now want to press against. I guess my question to you would be, what would we offer them outside of? Okay, well, you guys will
we
be
offer
free.
them the
We don't have anything to
continuity of
offer them.
survival. No, we absolutely do.
So there
We
is
subjugate the dragon. We take its power,
Object-
and then
yeah, oh, yeah.
and the fucking rot doesn't come and take over their goddamn desert where they're trapped anyway.
No, we have a future world to offer them, right? In this future world, right, what you contribute today lends credence to tomorrow's world, right? Like, maybe the one that contributes 52% or whatever gets 4 seats on the fucking litter box, right? Like, we're literally negotiating a future world for the Leonin right now. So
I think the point is we don't know enough about how they're
know
going
enough
to
about
reform
Leonin politics?
civilization into. It's one of those things where it's just like, what do we have to work with? Like, why should we sacrifice? It's like, okay, well, because you guys need to contribute equally. At least manpower.
it just can't go both. It can't go both ways, right? So they're throwing themselves to a war they're gonna die in because they believe in us. But on the other hand, we can't tell them how it's gonna look on the other side of it. I guess it's weird to me.
Well,
right?
I say we can't tell them because we don't know. Like, we don't know.
The only thing we can
How
tell them is
they're
that it won't be filled with fucking rot and death.
Okay.
Like,
It's fine.
on the other side of this, if they pull out, is a capital A apocalypse. Like, that's
You
it.
also have to-
It's not.
you also have to
It's-
remember-
tomorrow is just like today. There's just it's
Yeah.
a
Also-
black dragon ruling the world, and
And
their
3 months
tomorrow
from-
is
and-
exactly the same as it was today. Yeah.
3 months from now, as the rot approaches and all the fucking death,
That's a
you do-
different
you do-
story, and that's not
you do
how we
realize
sold
the-
it.
the undead don't need to breathe. They can just walk under the ocean and
that's-
come at you.
You're selling me now, right? Will, who is I guess
Pressure, ocean pressure.
tangentially related to Barley, but not the Leonin, who have no fucking idea what you're talking. Okay, I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm just being difficult. We're good. We
I
sold
mean,
it.
to be fair, the kind of conversation that we're having is like I love about D&D. So this is what I wanted from this session. So I'm okay with
I stand by what my exit statement was out of this meeting was they can bicker about about percentages, or they can get unite, and then they can decide afterwards on who's going to rule over the ashes,
So
or they can rally together and do something.
just so you know, in real human life, they're gonna bicker over the percentages, and then that's where it ends.
It's
Yeah.
real human life.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
This
saying.
is
though, but this is a
D&D
this is a
massive
facsimile.
abstraction.
This is a facsimile of
D&D
human
is a
life.
massive abstraction.
That's in
You're
real
supposed
life.
to role play what it is.
Yeah, in real life, no one gets along, no one agrees, and at the end of the day, they're only out for themselves, and if their clan is not coming out ahead, they're not fucking helping. And we are fighting a battle against 12,000 troops and a fucking dragon by ourselves. So, pony up, boy.
that's-
Like,
But that's what my 29 persuasion is. It's an abstraction of how convincing I am.
which is, I guess that's fair. Yeah. Yeah, people do not do things for the greater good. Like, they just don't. Everyone's got a fucking agenda.
That's because they rolled the equivalent of a 15.
Okay. You know what? I accept that. I'm going to just view all of human political interaction as rolling dice from now on. Every time it doesn't go as I expect,
Listen,
they rolled poorly. Like,
I will say, in order to back up Ye's point, which it feels weird for me to do, Jeffrey Epstein.
okay.
You got so many fucking political leaders to follow him based off of what?
A 25 charisma roll, apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah.
29 charisma roll, sir.
Or offering sex with a minor. I got it.
All right.
All right, let's lead these people to war.
So, well, I think
I'm sorry, not
after
lead them
all
to
of
war.
this,
Hide. Let's hide why they go to war. I'm sorry. Let me clarify.
so with all of this fantastic discourse, I think that ultimately there is a plan in place. They are willing, a little hesitantly, to send their troops in order to create this distraction. And you guys have a plan in place.
They got like 10 archdruids. It's fine. I mean, if
So-
they got 10 archdruids, they probably got a whole bunch of paladins and shit too. So
If they
I
have
just,
10 archers, why do they need us? Just kill the fucking dragon. Why are we doing this?
Let's take the archers and
I don't
sneak.
know. I don't know if you looked at the archdruid stat block. They're like CR 12.
Which
They're good. They're good defensively,
hold
but
on.
not.
Which so a CR 12 is the equivalent to 4 level 12 PCs. So 10 of those, right? So 120.
Uh,
I just
yeah,
I would say
but,
go fuck
like-
up your own dragon.
but
Don't
if you
call
look at their
us.
spells, it's actually not that great.
Do
Oh wait,
they
no.
have-
Alright.
Ugh.
Is that wait? No, that's not the right archdruid.
I mean, I'm assuming they
I
have
was looking
one
at. I'm looking at
offensive
some.
spell.
I'm
which
looking
is
at some
bloody.
home. I'm looking at a homebrew archdruid.
You could also just change
All
your
right.
spells.
So, because it is getting towards the end of a ret,
I'm sorry, I
this is-
derailed the past hour. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. So this is where I'm going to leave us off with. Number one, all right. So, after the long discussion, the plans are set, and the two tribes begin their preparations to go to war. I would like for all of you, you're going to begin your travels towards the dragon's lair. I would like for you to give me some sort of action that each of you do with a role associated with it for what you do in order to help your party either A, avoid detection, B, travel towards the lair without having to utilize too many resources, things like that. So this is going to be the course over about 5 days because of the method that you guys chose, which actually is perfect. That's one roll for each of you. Give me something to work with here, guys.
Survival.
All right,
going
what do you do
to
for survival?
I am going to identify paths that are as stealthy as possible and as direct as possible.
Okay.
How we like that?
I'm fine with that. And I will say, based off of the all right, perfect. Based off of the aggregation and based off the aggregation of your rolls, what's going to happen is going to be X amount of resources that your party's going to lose before the fight.
I will use my historic knowledge of the region to help us try and find, again, similar to survival, but help us find the best routes, understand the dragon's tactics, where he might be placing his armies to help try and avoid them and such.
Okay.
I'm going to use the deception roll to totally convince these guys that they're not walking into a meat, right?
I think we better ourselves or with the army.
Deception.
No. The deception rule is not going to help you. This is you guys are now on the way.
Oh, okay. I'm good.
You're
You're
welcome,
welcome.
by the way, Mr. 13.
My deception roll is against Barley, who is totally against our plan, and that I'm convincing him that they're not going into a meat.
Hey, Barley's against the plan, but he is also someone who will fall in line once everyone else has agreed, even if he doesn't
hey,
like it.
Barley,
just remember,
very malleable at the end of the day. Like,
I believe
totally
we
not
all
gonna
have
just fuck up you
inspiration.
guys.
We all
Dirk
have
rolled an
inspiration.
18 on the history, by the way.
Deception for unity.
Are you sticking with deception, by the way?
Are you trying to
I'm
trick
gonna
me?
use-
Because I'm gonna roll against you, because now you're engaging in PvP.
I'm going to use deception to calm Barley's to calm Barley's dissent, and bring unity to the group, or attempt to.
Okay.
Okay,
Barley, go ahead
so
and roll
I
off,
would
buddy.
like
I'm
advantage
sticking with that
against whatever fucking garbage this
What?
is because it's horseshit.
Does your
Not-
persuasion
I'm not-
have the same
not
modifier yet?
I'm not going to give you the advantage, but I'm not going to lie, I don't know.
No, my persuasion actually is a 10, but it's not. But like, I'm not persuading him. He knows I'm full of shit, so I have to be. So it's a deception roll. It's not a.
what
It's not
what
a
am I
deception.
rolling against his deception?
Insight, right?
Insight.
I somehow feel better.
All
I
right.
don't know how to fucking calculate this, though. God damn it.
I
Oh,
don't
fuck me.
I don't appreciate being. I will remember this, yay.
I'd like to. I'd like to play scout while we're doing this. Kind of stealth ahead of the group, see if there's any lookouts or anything that we're missing based on, the survival trail or where historically the troops have been.
Oh, comedy. Whatever, man. I think this is hilarious.
23.
All right. And now, Barley.
I don't want to. I'm with the army. I didn't come with them. I'm gonna fight on the front lines. I'm gonna take down the dragon by myself.
I convince nothingness.
I'm actually gonna use my orphan network to figure out what's going on. I have an hold on. I have a clearly.
No. I know you have the orphan network. That I'm with
I
you.
want to know where you're going with it.
Yeah.
5 days of you sending a pigeon out to your orphan network. I'm very curious as to what information you're getting.
I mean, are there no orphans in the Leonin tribe? Right, so
What information are you trying to get?
well, we have broken contact now. We set up this grand plan and then literally just fucking left, right? So I want to know how things are going with the people we left behind, right? Are they following our plan? Is the dragon engaging? Is the army engaging, right? Like, we literally just separate ourselves from all of the information in the universe.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I want to know what the fuck is going on outside of the merry band of idiots that we have traveling to a dragon's lair.
You know what? All right. I'm willing to give that one with you.
Okay, perfect. What would you like?
You tell me, buddy. What's your best stat that you can make work with that?
I have a deception. I can just lie about it.
I don't know about that one, buddy.
Acrobatics. No. Stealth.
Performance?
Performance. Persuasion.
Honestly, just give me a straight D20. I have to fucking calculate the bullshit deception thing here. I'll find a way to calculate that too. I'll let you guys know what the result is next fucking session.
I love it. I broke everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at a 16. Fucking.
Yeah, I'm not exactly good on the trail. It's not my skill set.
Okay. Alright. I think I know where it's going to end up based off what we had, but we'll see. I don't think it'll go higher, so we'll be fine. Alright. So with that, you guys are able to make your way through the lands towards the lair, finding very few opposition. You do have to dispatch of a few what's the word? Not outposts. Scouts. You have to dispatch a few scouts and a few different
Patrols.
roaming patrols. Thank you. Those were some looking for. But otherwise, you were able to make it with very little other resistance. Next session, I think we'll be ready for you guys to fight the dragon. There is going to be a little bit of hindrance towards you guys after I calculate what your rolls are. It's going to basically just result in a little bit of hit point loss and possibly spell slots, depending on where this ends up.
I mean, that's fine. Just cut back on spell slots. That's fine. That's no issue.
Well, it's both, but hey. And if you don't have spell slots, it's more hit points.
I'm also fine. All good to me, buddy.
Will you technically have spell slots, right?
Yeah, you know what? I will take the spell slot hit for the whole party. I will slice and dice those motherfuckers down to 0. Actually, how many do I have? That's a very good question.
Yeah, you should have some.
I mean,
So,
I have
with
some,
that-
yeah.
And that's when you start doing don't you need this slots for smite damage? Or whatever the fuck it is, the last thing you can have for like add-ons.
Why doesn't it tell me how many? I have 6 spell slots to spare, so
Damn.
carve me out, buddy.
Good.
You
So,
need
but yeah.
one for Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, I forgot I'm 3 spellcasters, by the way. I'm an artificer, a ranger, and a sorcerer. I could do shit.
I mean, all you need is 3 levels into Warlock to get Pact of the Blade, and then get your Warlock's smite slots in. And then
It's
start
not that
burning all
good.
your.
No, I looked it up. It's not that good.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, also 3 levels is a considerable amount for one. It's like one small thing for 3 levels of. So I think
It's
I think it
also-
does. I think it does the same. Like I have to use an action to do it, which is annoying.
No, Eldritch Smite. Oh no, never mind. It takes 5 levels, not 3 levels. Nah, it's not worth it. And it's also once. It's also once a turn.
The only upgrade for me from here on out is
that's
being a
actually-
paladin.
Yeah,
And
I thought it was
do
going to
not
be the
have-
equivalent pile.
I do not have the strength for it, and Josh will not give it to me, even when I try to negotiate.
No, we can get
No,
to the
you
strength
would
for
not give me the strength. You shortcut me.
I mean, they errated Smite
you-
to be allowable
No, you said
for
you would
range
only
damage.
give me +2 and not +5, which is what I need.
it. You just got +1 now if you wanted it. So last session.
Yeah, how do I get +1?
Or just
Yeah,
make
I-
it so that it's Dex instead
I'm
of
not going
strength.
to take one incremental. Like I need to be
No,
at
no,
+5.
just
No,
just change the
Josh's
multi.
thing.
Just change the multi-class from 13 strength to 13 Dex.
For who? Paladin?
Yeah, because they ratted Smite to allow it for range attacks. So
Really?
there's like no reason. Yeah,
Oh.
Like Divine Smite works on range attacks now because it was errated. So there's like
Okay.
no reason why like paladins should be locked into 13 strength when you can build range paladins.
Okay,
now.
is an actual roll though? Can you actually do with 13? Because it's the only class that requires, or no, two classes. But Paladin is one of them. It requires two different level. Or
Paladins requires 13 charisma, 13 strength on as
and I
written
have
now.
8 strength. That's what I'm
I
saying.
realize that. But like, just have the DM rule it so that it can just be 13 dex instead.
Okay, Josh,
Like,
can you let me do a
little-
bunch more damage? Josh.
No, like because fighter is 13 dex or 13
No.
strength.
Josh. Josh.
We can have a discussion later on
like,
at a different time.
Josh, just let me do a
Like
bunch of
13
damage.
points. 13 points on the physical
We'll say
stat.
wait to level up, buddy. But all right, we are at 15 over.
I need sleep bed.
So unless I'm